WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
What's shaking, everybody? Welcome in, Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash. The Mets finally won a game we may have seen. Takes a lot for me to say this. We may have seen the passing of a torch last night from a former great New York pitcher to a current great New York pitcher in Texas. We'll get to all that. But if you're a New York Knicks fan, today's the morning where you wake up, the sky is beautiful, the sun looks awesome, and you can envision winning an NBA championship.
Yes.
Now, I get it. The Atlanta Hawks are a flawed team. We kind of knew that going in. This was a series you needed to win, and you are likely going to do it on Thursday. So it's not about being up 3-2. I think we all would have expected to be up 3-2, or we thought the series would have been over. It's how it looked. It's the way Karl-Anthony Towns looks. It's the way Jaylen Brunson even bounced back with a monstrous fourth quarter. It's the way OG looks. It's even the adjustments that this head coach has made. Last night, and we have witnessed 82 plus 5, so that's 87 Knicks games this season. That may have been their most complete, dominant performance we've seen all year. And so I think you can wake up and envision it. And sometimes it's been tough this year to envision it. But I thought it was so complete last night, Teak, that those kinds of dreams feel realer today than they do most days.
I think the only way they truly feel like it's a possibility is if they do it again.
Sure.
Because I think the MO of this team has been inconsistency.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively, particularly. I mean, hell, they weren't even really that good defensively in this game. But the Hawks missed a ton of shots. What did they take, 42 threes?
Well, I thought in the first quarter they allowed a lot of easy buckets around the basket, but Atlanta missed a lot of open threes.
Right.
And then I think their defensive intensity from then on was pretty electric, including Cat, who I thought played
100%.
great defensively.
And you could tell, look, they're still a young team. And when things got way behind the eight ball, there was like apathy. I mean, the Knicks were doing whatever they wanted offensively. So, yes, there is optimism after a dominant win at home against a team that you're supposed to beat. But I need to see another one.
Sure.
I need to see one on the road.
I get you.
And then you start believing again that this Knicks team has what it takes. Because right now, you still feel like, yeah, they beat the Hawks. They're supposed to, but they're getting knocked out in the second round. And so I think that's the mental hurdle that Knicks fans are fighting. Because they want to believe, because it was so great of a win last night, but you also don't want to be fooled.
No, I get you. And it's more than a great win. Like any win in the playoffs to me is a great win because they all count the same. That was a dominant win.
Yeah.
That was one of those games. So as a big basketball fan, I will tell you things that bother me. I heard Boomer at the end of their show talking about pet peeves. I'd like to give you a sports pet peeve I have as a basketball fan. I hate when people say, I can just watch the last 2 minutes. That bothers me because it's not normally and necessarily true. Last night was not a basketball game that you can watch the last 2 minutes and say you watched it. Because you know who you would have seen on the floor if you turned on the game with 2 minutes to go?
Buddy Hield.
Tyler Kolek, Jeremy Shohan, Ariel Hukporty, Landry Shamet. No, last night was not one of those games where you could watch the last 2 minutes. Last night's game was systematically destroying a team that you're better than. And I thought one of the great stats, Ernie Johnson gave this after the game, was that from about a minute and a half to go in the first quarter through the end of the game, it was never single digits.
Yeah.
Single digits. This is the NBA. You go on a run, you pull it to 8 or you pull it to 9. Atlanta never did that.
Right.
And a part of why they didn't do it, and it's not about ripping C.J. McCollum or ripping the Hawks for not being ready or not good enough. No. I think a part of why that didn't happen is because the New York Knicks decided they weren't going to play with their food. And they played with their food in Game 2. And they played with their food in Game 3. And I think the intensity from both sides was so there last night. And we saw the best of a lot of these key players, starting with Karl-Anthony Towns.
Right.
This is a series and was a series that he needed to enforce his will on. And he has. Atlanta has no answer for Karl-Anthony Towns.
He's too big. He's too athletic. He's too aggressive. And when he decides he wants to take you off the dribble, there's nothing that those guys can do. So I agree with you on Karl-Anthony Towns, but at the same time, we haven't seen this consistently from Carl Anthony
I get
Towns.
you. Dude, I totally understand that if it's Philadelphia or Boston, I think we all still assume it's Boston despite Joel Embiid being relatively healthy last night, even though he had a scare, and the Sixers winning. I think we still think it's going to be New York and Boston, and I get it. It's not going to be an easy series. We know it. It's just that we're seeing what it's going to take for this team to win a championship, and that's that complete effort. And I'll tell you the other thing, because Mike Brown's taken a lot of heat, rightfully so. I don't walk anything back I've said or any of us have said of Mike Brown. They're criticisms, and a lot of it's fair. One of the things he adjusted with last night, and he's made a few adjustments over the last few games, whether it was benching Mikal Bridges 2 games ago, taking down his minutes a few games ago, things like that. We saw last night, and I was almost stunned when I saw it because Mike Brown told us we weren't going to see it, and that was Cat and Mitch on the floor at the same time.
Double bigs.
We saw the double big lineup.
Yeah.
And that was days after Mike Brown told us, I don't think it's a good matchup for that, which didn't make any sense when he said it.
Right.
Which is starting to make me think that Mike Brown puts on an act now. Like, he tells us stuff, and he's, like, winking at us. Like, I'm not going to tell you everything.
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of like not running pick and rolls with Cat and Jaylen Brunson
Right.
until game 79.
Right, that doesn't really work. You know, Jaylen Brunson and Cat, I mean, that doesn't make sense. You want to have 2 shooters doing pick and rolls out on the top of the key. So I also didn't believe it when he said that about Mitch and Cat.
You saw through the BS?
No, it just didn't make sense.
Of course it doesn't make sense.
Like, how does that not make sense? It's not like you have 2 bigs, neither of whom can shoot. Right? It makes perfect sense.
Plus, against this opponent, it actually is a matchup advantage.
Absolutely.
So it's like he was spitting at us and telling it's rain.
I know.
But to his credit, this is where words don't matter. Like, I listen to these press conferences. I want to hear what the coaches have to say, but it's all about actions. And the actions were last night, he went to the double big lineup, and I pulled up the numbers myself. It was productive.
Right.
Now, last night, everything was productive. Like, if you look at any lineup he put out there, it was productive from beginning to end, really until garbage time, because this was just a fully dominating performance. But we saw him make those adjustments. And over the last 2 games, as the Knicks have taken back full control of this series, winning game 4, winning game 5, we have seen Mike Brown make the adjustments he needed to make. And the other benefit to the Mike Brown experiment that we've also seen is he has a deep bench, and he has a bench he's used all year.
Right.
So Landry Shamet, we assumed was going to be in the playoff rotation. He's not. Jose Alvarado's taken it from him. Jordan Clarkson, who at one point this season was out of the rotation, is now one of their key bench pieces. And I think a part of that is
Deuce coming back.
Deuce coming back, sure.
Right.
It's a credit to how Mike Brown has been able to keep everybody ready. So for all the negatives, and I think it's all fair. I mean, there's going to be positives, there's going to be negatives over the course of a best-of-7 series. I think over the last few games, we've seen those smart adjustments from Mike Brown. He deserves some credit.
Right. Now, with that said, it was a win that they were supposed to win. Go win Game 6 and worry about the second round.
Well, absolutely, and that's the other thing. Like, now you got to finish the job. They have done a great job of taking things back in Game 4 in Atlanta and leaving no doubt. They did a great job last night in front of an electric crowd at Madison Square Garden of leaving no doubt. And now what you need to do, and it doesn't matter what happens in the Philly-Boston series, whether Philly extends it or not, get this bleep done. Just get it done. Because bad things happen when you have to play more basketball. So I'll give you an example.
Right. That's what you want the 76ers to do.
Yes.
Make the Celtics play a Game 7.
Right. And I hate to...
Because they just won on the road.
Sure. I hate to talk up injuries, but here's the example. Like, none of us actually think the Knicks would lose a Game 7 at home. Like, even if Atlanta comes out and they're desperate and they hit their threes and it's amazing and they beat the Knicks in Game 6, I think that there'd be disappointment, but there'd be this quiet confidence of, all right, we'll take care of it Saturday.
Right.
No biggie. But the dangers of playing an extra 48 minutes, there's so much there. Like, someone could get hurt, right? And I know that seems so stupid, but it's so true. Like, so many weird things can happen in a 48-minute game. So why put yourself in that position? That's the main reason to me why you want to get rid of these series as quick as possible, whether it's in 5 or in this case 6, because you don't want to open up the possibility of some kind of injury none of us see coming. So I think it's imperative for a myriad of reasons, and not just to build on the consistency of the last 2 games like you talked about, to have the Knick fan believe that they can be consistent, but also why mess around? And so Thursday night's going to be incredibly important. And based on the way they've played the last 2 nights and the urgency that we've seen in their eyes, I've got every reason to believe they will close this thing
I think the
out.
biggest thing is that you now start to feel confidence again in the head coach. Mike Brown's not the story anymore. And for those first really the first 3 games, Mike Brown was the story, and you knew it would be, especially if they scuffled a little bit with an inferior Hawks team. And so I think the fact that Mike Brown is making himself a non-factor, and now all we're talking about is Cat and Jaylen Brunson scoring 39 points and what the bench looks like and et cetera, et cetera. It's better that way. Don't talk about the coach unless you're glowingly talking about the coach.
That's what you want, man. And credit to Mike Brown because he has made the proper adjustments that were necessary.
Right.
Now, I mentioned, because we're honest about this, when the Knicks went down 2-1, I don't think Knicks fans thought they were going to lose the series. I never got that sense from Knicks fans.
Knicks in 6.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of Knicks in 6, and there was a lot of just frustration. And it's okay to be frustrated. It's a playoff series against the team you're supposed to beat. Mm-hmm. So being frustrated is okay. Well, here's a tale as long as time. When the NBA playoffs are going on, not only are the Knicks trying to win and win a championship, but we also have to deal with Charles Barkley hating Knicks and the Knicks fans. It's a tale as old as time. And so last night...
It's a Beauty and the Beast?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's a tale that goes back further than that. So I'm sitting there minding my own business. I'm watching the newly minted inside the NBA, now that's part of the ESPN family. And I'm watching the highlights, and I'm watching the post-game interviews, and there's Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley had something to say about each and every one of you listening. So let's hear it, and then we can respond to Charles Barkley with our giant megaphone known as the microphones of WFAN. So, Charles, tell us what you think about the Knicks and their fans.
I tell you what, boy, the New Yorkers are the most annoying people in the world. What are you talking about us? What do you mean? 5 days ago, they had to want to get rid of Mike Brown and trade everybody. Now they're going to win the World Championship.
Charles. Can we have a conversation about this? First of all, I want to make this very clear to Charles Barkley and everybody else.
I think he has an apartment in New York, too.
Yeah, well, he loves here.
So he's also a New Yorker.
Yeah, he's kind of a New Yorker. Hey, Charles, when the Knicks lose a game 3 that they should not lose, and they're down 2-1, there's a difference between firing the coach and trading everybody and being critical of the team and talking about, hey, if they don't win this series, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
That's what was going on.
Right. Nobody was saying fire him right now.
There was no mid-series firing of Mike Brown.
That's not it. It was just you were incompetent, Mike Brown. Fix it. Be better.
Yeah,
and that's what he did, to his credit.
And guess what, Charles? That little tone you put out there, that's not going to change. The Knicks have huge expectations.
By the way, this is every New York sport fan, not just the Knicks fan. This is the Jet fan. This is the Giant fan. This is the Ranger fan. Hell, listen to Sean this past hockey season. This is every fan in New York.
To varying degrees. And it's not the fandom of the Knicks, it's the situation that they're in. Like, if the Giants don't win the Super Bowl, no one's going to talk about firing John Harbaugh.
I know, but if the Giants were good enough to be in the postseason and they weren't getting, we would be talking about this.
Absolutely, kind of like the Yankees.
100%.
If the Yankees don't win the World Series,
Tom Coughlin was on the hot seat after winning 2 Super Bowls for the rest of his career.
That is true.
So what do you, this is every New York sports fan.
And also, when expectations are high.
Yes.
Like, the New York Knicks fired their head coach after losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. One of the best players in the NBA wants to be a New York Knick, and there are still questions about this roster and questions about how good this roster can get to. Like, don't shame us for being open and honest about the team that's here. Like, no one was saying do it in the middle of the series, and we're going to say the same thing if they lose to Boston. Or the same thing even if they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. Hell, there's even reports that Mike Brown could lose his job if they lose in the finals. Like, Charles, understand, this is not the New York Knicks of 8 years ago where we're just supposed to be happy that they're here.
That's right.
So I think he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that there's a lot of pressure. He doesn't understand that, hey, if things go wrong, what do you think's going to happen, bro?
Right.
They fired a coach after the Eastern Conference Finals. No kidding, Mike Brown's on a hot seat. But don't shame us like we're some kind of stupid idiots.
He wasn't brought here, Mike Brown, to rebuild the New York Knicks. This isn't hey, let's strip this thing down. We're going to bring in some young players. Mike Brown was brought here because Nick Brass thought that Tom Thibodeau could only get them so high.
Sure.
So we're giving you his team, and you need to get him over the next plateau. That's what the job is. There's no other interpretation of that. So if he would have crashed out in the first round, he's gone.
Sure.
It's not even a question.
Dude, I think there's still a belief that if they crash out before the NBA Finals, he's going to be gone.
Right.
That's the expectation in the bar that's attached to the New York Knicks. And that kind of shaming from Charles Barkley, like we're all a bunch of buffoons because that's the conversation. Yeah, no kidding, that's the conversation. The bar's high for this team. They have to win. We all know it. Now, we haven't broken down Giannis trades yet. We haven't broken down who would replace Mike Brown. But you know as well as I do, everyone knows this. Diehard Knicks fans, casual Knicks fans, non-Knicks fans. We all know if they're not in the NBA Finals or beyond, the conversation's going to occur. And Charles, that's what happens when you have a championship or bust team.
Right.
The bar is high, bro. So I'm not even a Knicks fan, but that kind of crap bothers me. Like you act like we're stupid. We're not stupid. We're passionate and we have high expectations.
Well, I mean, the reality is you're just informed. Like the Knicks fan is informed, just like the Met, Yankee, Giant, Jet. They're informed, so they're going to have an opinion.
Damn right. Now, you think they're going to win Game 6? Or do you still
I
have
already
that?
said Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6?
I said that from jump.
I know, but as the series goes on.
No, they exercised themselves against an inferior team, and now they know the formula.
Yeah, I kind of agree, and I also think that Game 6 would follow the scripts of the last two games in which it's not close. Like, there was never a moment during these last two games where you honestly thought, if you're a Knicks fan, we're not winning this game.
I don't feel like the Hawks are mature and clutch enough to compete with what the Knicks are throwing at them. And it's interesting because the Hawks want to play fast, but the Knicks kind of just sped them up and said, all right, you want to play fast? Then play fast. And then they don't have the wherewithal. I mean, the Hawks don't have the wherewithal to stick with it, even though it's what they want to do. You know what I mean?
There is one huge wild card we'll address when we come back that could derail the New York Knicks. We'll get to it coming up. As far as the baseball was concerned from last night, the Mets took care of business with one big inning that included a miscue defensively by the Nationals, a big hit by Carson Benj, a bomb of a home run by Juan Soto, and the Mets won a game, which should be celebrated, but they need a lot more of those. On the Bronx side, dude, the most entertaining part of last night in sports was Yankees-Rangers. Let's just be perfectly honest. And that's not to take anything away from the Knicks win. We just spoke about them, domination, the whole thing. The Mets took care of business. But last night's Yankees-Rangers game is baseball the way it ought to be. Two great pitchers, one at the end of their career in Jacob deGrom, and one who continues to impress us every 5 days in Cam Schlittler. And they went punch for punch for punch. Now, it's unfortunate that in 2026, that's only for 6 innings. But that's the way it is. And I accept that. But credit to the Yankee bullpen for holding on for dear life because it was not easy. A major credit to Fernando Cruz for making an awesome defensive play on a dumbass bunt by the Texas Rangers. And a great job by Aaron Judge pummeling another home run. But last night's Yankee game was another reminder that Cam Schlittler and the legend of the Schlitt is only growing.
What did they post, the Yankees? I saw it on social media. Schlitt back and relax.
Yeah. Schlitt back and relax.
I was like, dude, that is he needs a Schlitz malt liquor ad campaign. It is ripe. It is ripe for the taking.
It is incredible to watch this kid pitch, and I think we need to cherish it because every 5 days he's got it all, man. Yeah. He's big. He's tall. He's got bravado. He throws 100 miles an hour, and he backs it up. He backs it up every 5 days.
He's got balls, Evan, in the 6th inning.
He's got balls.
Big old balls.
That was it? Okay.
Yeah, no. Put me up in the 6th inning.
Just leave that one hanging there.
Well.
Literally.
Oh, they're hanging. So we'll get to the Yankee fan, we'll get to the Met fan, the Knicks fan, all pumped up. I'm pissed off at Gary Cohen, and what are the New York Jets doing with their quarterback situation? So we got a lot to discuss. It's all on the table. 888-808-1019. Speaking of the Yankees, it is time for the Yankees' turning point of the game. Be the first call to correctly identify yesterday's turning point at 866-540-WFAN, 866-540-9326, and you'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card. It's from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great even late at Wendy's. It's all from your flagship station for New York Yankee baseball, The Fan.
The team that brought you Surfside is back with something brand new. Meet Super Light, the new premium vodka plus aid. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drink flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. Perfect for after rec league, the golf course, or the crew that's always on the move. Just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles. Super Light is here to fuel the moment. Look for super light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. Must be 21 plus to drink. Please drink responsibly.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by your local Mazda dealer. It's also sponsored by Flushing Bank.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you balance of style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
From the first pitch to the final whistle, WFAN delivers wall-to-wall Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets coverage. Because in New York, every game matters. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
You know, I'm not great at gifts, but Fracture makes it so easy. They actually take a photo you already have on your phone and they print it directly on glass, real glass, and it looks incredible on a wall, on a shelf, or anywhere you may want to display it. If you want to give your mom or your wife something she'll actually keep, go to tryfracture.com. Upload a photo, check out in under 5 minutes, made right here in the USA. Mother's Day is coming, so don't wait.
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch.
For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. Right now is the time to make sure that your current cooling system is ready for hot weather. You don't want it to fail when it's 90 degrees out, and if it's over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now from my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling. They are New Jersey's air conditioning experts and have been for decades. Take it from me. These guys have done plenty of work on my house. You'll save money and stay cooler. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks. Plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go: Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go: Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for the best deal on Falcon tires, get to Town Fair, because nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Calling all Hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Is perfect steak possible? Discover how at chefiq.com. As we just opened the show with Knicks, take a 3-2 series lead, dominating the Hawks, 126-97 in front of a star-studded crowd. Jaylen Brunson with 39 points. The Mets got what felt like a bad Juan Soto news earlier in the afternoon, but good news by Soto. 2-run homer helps the Mets grab a 8-1 win over the Nats. Yankees 6 shutout innings from ace of New York Cam Schlittler. Incredible game-ending double plays. The Yankees held on to beat the Rangers 3-2. And the Yankees this morning have woken up and they've DFA'd Randall Grichuk. So a nice little victory for Tiki Barber. And the Giants have signed veteran defensive tackle Shelby Harris as the replacing of Dexter Lawrence begins in that room.
I'm not sure why you guys doubt my baseball savantness.
Oh, I don't. Sean does.
It's been going on now for a good year.
Well, let's see how good your savantness is. I'm going to give you the answer to the question, and then you figure out what the question was, and it's baseball related. Are you ready?
Okay, we got Jeopardy going on?
May 7th.
When Francisco Lindor will be...
Nope.
When... I have no idea.
May 7th will be the day Randall Grichuk is signed by the Mets.
Is that right?
I mean, they just signed Austin Slater. He'll go 0 for 10. They'll release him, and here comes another former Yankee.
Right.
Randall Grichuk comes to town.
Don't leave your apartment, kid.
You should.
We got you.
All right, 2 quick things about the Knicks. We'll get back to your phone calls, 888-808-1019. Plus, we'll have a cheese-off between Michael Kay and Sean Morash. Number 1, Josh Hart. Josh Hart went down last night with what looked like a back issue, and he went to the locker room, never came back in the game. It's easy to not bring him back in the game because the game turned into a blowout.
Right.
So keep an eye on the Josh Hart back issue. He has been very important in this series. He's been, I think, awesome defensively. So not that the Knicks can't win this series without him, and they should still win Game 6 without him, but that is an injury of note. Not even concern,
Agreed.
of note.
I agreed.
Keep an eye on Josh Hart. Number 2, this was chanted outside of Madison Square Garden last night after the Knicks beat the Hawks. Did you hear who they're saying they want?
We want
Boston.
Boston.
Can't do that. That's a jinx.
I thought they were saying we want Brunson. I was like, what?
You already have Brunson.
I know. That's why I was questioning it.
They are falling victim to the we want Boston curse. Philly did it. My team did it years ago. You can't do the we want chant. In fact, it's so mocked now that Celtic fans were chanting we want Boston to mock the Sixer fans for chanting we want Boston.
Yeah.
We get it. You want Boston. I mean, you probably prefer Philly, but we want Boston.
Right.
And it would be a hell of a series. Some argue it's the real Eastern Conference Finals. But you can't chant it. It's like a dirty word that leads to bad stuff. Remember when Yankee fans were chanting, we want Houston, and then they got swept by the Astros in the ALCS?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not big on the jinxes, but I think from here on out, we have to be careful with the we want chants.
Stay here
They never
now.
work.
Stay here and now. I know it's hard to do because we want to look forward into the future and be there already. Stay here.
Stay in the now. And also, don't do we want. It feels like any time that chant happens.
It's also stupid.
Which part? About wanting
Just,
them?
yeah, we want. It's just dumb.
Yeah, we want Boston is what Diana Rossini says when she has her game assignments.
Wow. That's a line right there.
Oh, Sean, too soon? How about we want to win this series?
Well, that's not a chant, Tiki.
That doesn't matter. We want to win this series. We can make it a chant. We want to win this series.
I almost think you go with a Boston sucks chant, and it's less than we want Boston. Because the
agree.
we want is like,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going based on history. The history of the last half a decade is that the we want chants usually lead to really bad things.
Right.
But I'm surprised the crowd was that fired up because our very own Al Cintron here of WFAN was at the game last night, and he told me, and he is, I mean, as big a Nick Homer as you'll find, he told me the crowd sucked last night.
Did he?
Yeah. He said he's been in many playoff games.
Like not loud?
Not loud at all. He tried to do defense chants. It just wasn't there. Yeah.
It sounded kind of electric on the TV. Like, it didn't sound any worse.
Yeah, one thing I've learned about judging crowds on TV is it's just not accurate.
Right.
I know we try to do it because what other choice do we have? But
Yeah.
I've been at games where people will tell me what the electricity was, and I'm like, you couldn't be more wrong. I was there.
Yeah.
It was either louder than you thought or quieter than you thought.
I think it's because they have those mics and somebody in a control room for television viewers is surfing on the mic,
amping it up.
Yeah, it's not on what's actually happening. It's on whoever's sitting in the control room.
And that's smart to do that because it makes the game feel bigger when all of a sudden, NBC's pumping up the crowd noise.
Peacock.
So I trust him when he says that, and I would just assume it's because it's early. People, the diehard fan, may be saving the shekels for the right series. Like, I'm going to wait for Boston or I'm going to wait for the conference finals. We all know there's risks involved in that.
Right.
But if you don't have an endless flow of money the way Al Cintron does, you can't just go to every playoff game.
Right.
That'd be my assumption. And maybe the Knick fan, in a weird way, is bored by this first-round series, especially with how the last two games have gone. It doesn't mean you're not enjoying it. Of course you enjoy it, but it's tough to stand up and scream when you're so fully in control for 2 hours.
Right.
And that's what that game was. The game was fully in control for 2 hours long. And I say that, yes, as an IBO, but I also say it if we're just being honest and watching this game. There was never a moment in which you thought you would lose. And so when you're in an environment in which you know you're going to win for 2.5 hours, are you really screaming a lot?
No, you're not. So we knew that they knew they were winning. They were excited. It was what it is. But I trust Al.
Oh, I believe him.
Right.
And I'll tell you, the celebrities that were there were fire. I mean, they had a celebrity row. Now, we're used to Ben Stiller and his wife from Hey Dude. That's what I know her from.
Marcia Brady.
Mm-hmm. You know her as Marcia Brady?
Yeah.
Did you watch Hey Dude?
No, I did not watch Hey Dude.
I did watch Hey Dude, but I don't remember in Hey Dude.
Oh, come on.
It's years ago. I mean, I was a kid.
That's what I think of her from.
Nah, she's Marcia Brady.
What's her real name, by the way? I feel bad.
Marcia Brady.
No, her real name, like her actress name.
I think she's forever known as Marcia Brady.
But she's not the original Marcia Brady.
But she's the Marcia Brady from my era.
From the movie Marcia Brady. Of course, she's not the original Marcia Brady. She's the Brady Bunch movie Marcia Brady. When Marcia and Greg Brady were about to hook up. Christine Taylor. So she's always there with Ben. Then you had Tina Fey. Then you had Tracy Morgan, who's also always there.
Maureen McCormick was the original.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Then you had Timothée Chalamet. Then you had
Kylie Jenner.
Like all right next to each other. Like
Kylie's on the bad list, though.
Why?
Why?
There is video
on the ban list or bad?
Bad list for me. She's out in New York.
Like good bad or bad bad?
No. Timothy Chalamet stops last night before halftime to have a nice conversation with Cam Scatterbo, and the two are bro-hugging it up.
Yeah.
She couldn't be bothered to say hello to Cam Scatterbo. Your boy, can you just be nice and say hi?
I know I shouldn't say hi. Because if she looks into his eyes, she'll leave him for him.
For Cam?
Yeah.
Cam's girlfriend was with him.
Yeah. That'll go quick. It'll just be, boom, I'm out.
If Fat Joe was there, they hit him, though.
It did feel like it was extra celebrity last night at the Garden.
Well, it's because it's the only game that's likely. Because if they get Boston next, that's going to be a tough ticket.
Oh, you think that even for some of those celebs, the
Yes.
ticket's going to be tough?
100%.
I'm already mapping out when that series would land. So, like, if the Celtics and the Knicks both close things out on Thursday, are we looking at Sunday, Tuesday in Boston, and then Thursday, Sunday at the Garden? Or Thursday, Saturday at the Garden? I'm trying to map that one out.
They haven't already, have they?
No, they have not.
They could not have mapped it out already.
No, I mean, they could if they want. Like, if
It's so
this
much
scenario,
to pay. Yeah, because, I mean, the Celtics could go to 7.
Sure, so can the Knicks.
Right.
As much as we doubt it.
Right.
But, man, that series is going to be fire. Like, that Knicks-Celtics series. And I'm greasing the skids with my wife. I don't know if you have. We got to go. We got to make the trip to Boston.
Well, remember, Game 4 at home could be Mother's Day. Could be not good for you.
Well, I'm not going to go to that game. I mean, there's certain moments you got to make decisions in life. But if we could get a Game 5 in Boston midweek, it's on, bro. We travel for these games. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Philly's easier.
For you it is, not for me. I live up in Westchester.
Yeah, Boston's easier for you.
Boston's like my easy trip.
Right.
Philly's your easy trip. Either way, here's the tricky thing about Boston and Philly, and this goes not just for us, but for people listening who want to do the trip. In Philly, the tickets are cheap. In Philly, they don't believe in the team. In Philly, you can get in, and it ain't going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Right.
In Boston, it's going to mortgage a house.
Right.
Like, it is expensive in Boston. So that's one of the huge differences between the trips. Forget the travel. That's always depending on where you're living, Long Island, New Jersey, Westchester. But when it comes to buying tickets, because we go to the big games, but we also pay for them. We don't get any freebies unless you have some pull in Boston.
Not up there.
I was going to say, Sean, you know anybody?
They all hate me up there.
Okay. So we're going to pay for our tickets. And I don't know if Tiki can convince Tracy $500 a ticket is worth it.
I'm sure we can find something.
You think so?
We can work out a deal somewhere.
I think I could convince my wife to go to $3. Like, she'd be okay with $3. I think any more than that.
Oh, no, I'm talking about giving them
Oh, freebies?
Yeah.
Nice.
You could convince somebody to give them.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't going to be me. All right, let's get to your phone calls, and then we'll have a cheese off between Michael Kay and Sean Morash. I look forward to that.
I am a damage freak.
We understand. Let's go to Yankees on the table, Mets on the table, Knicks on the table. Very busy Tuesday night in sports. We'll start it off with Sam in Rockland. Hey, Sam.
Thanks for taking my call. Now, about the Yankees, after watching 30 games of the season, it's becoming clearer that Ben Rice and Cam Schlittler are the future core of this team.
Oh, no doubt.
So I just want to know, when you're looking around the league, every team with the young superstars is extending them. 9, 10-year extensions. One team even gave a 10-year extension to a guy that hasn't even made his debut yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to know, why don't the Yankees lock up Cam Schlittler and Ben Rice for 10 years?
Believe it or not, I actually have a reason for why the Yankees and the Mets and big market teams don't do that, because it'll affect their luxury tax bill. So a lot of these small market teams are nowhere close to paying any kind of luxury tax bill. So to them, it's a great investment to lock up a Connor Griffin or anybody else to a long-term deal. But if the Yankees gave Cam Schlittler a lot more money for next year than he was going to make, that brings up the CBT,
and they're
which
already
brings up the luxury tax.
Aren't they a 3-timer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're already in it. It's just exponentially more expensive.
So, and the other reason is, so from that standpoint, in the short term, it hurts you a lot in terms of your bill. But the other reason is the Yankees and the Mets and the Red Sox, you name the team, they have the confidence that they don't have to worry about buying these guys out. When Cam Schlittler gets to free agency, or dare I say he's a year or two away from free agency, which is a far cry from where he is now, there's a belief, well, we'll just pay him.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about that. I think teams like Pittsburgh know, hey, our only chance to keep this guy past free agency is to lock him up now.
Right. That's and you're seeing that right now. They know that they're not going to be able to keep Paul Skeens. And so it's like, even if we wanted to pay him what the market is going to value him at, we have zero chance to do it. So they should have given him a deal 2 years ago or 3 years ago and said, this is a way over what you're going to make over the next 3 or 4 years. Take it now. We'll lock you in for the next 6 years, and then you'll be a free agent at 31 or 2 or whatever it may be. They didn't do it. Now they're going to lose them.
Yeah. Short-term answer for the Yankees, it doesn't benefit them, nor do they need to. John is in Newark, New Jersey. Hey, John.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Yeah, when the Knicks lose, I got to hear the complaints about Brunson, dribble, dribble, dribble. Well, how do you like his dribble, dribble, dribble now?
Yeah, but he was on last night. I mean,
But he's on most of the time.
not all the time.
But,
I mean, he's not clutch Brunson from a couple years ago, but he is. He's great. Last night he was phenomenal.
Brunson is your Aaron Judge. Without Brunson, you don't sniff the playoffs.
Oh, there's no doubt.
The same complaint was made about Randall. What he did is dribble before Brunson came. When Brunson came to the team, he still did. He's an isolation guy. He can isolation you.
I want to ask you a question.
The problem, the trade for Cat, I was against.
Okay.
The guy on the other station said he makes that trade 1,000 times out of 1,000 times. I
would too.
Okay,
I want to answer a question. Let me answer a question. Forget the Cat Randall stuff, right? It's an old debate. But no, because you said something that's actually very interesting. But
Julius Randle is a non-factor.
Right. Forget Julius Randle. So you said, hey, for all the people that rip Jaylen Brunson, what do you say on a night like last night? He's like Aaron Judge. Okay, so here's my question to you. We all know that Jaylen Brunson is the reason they're here. We're all appreciative of what Jaylen Brunson has been as a New York Knick. I think we all are.
Right.
What are you supposed to do on a night where he deserves criticism? Are you supposed to not criticize him because of how valuable he is to the franchise, or are you allowed to criticize?
But Evan, they say, oh, he's the reason we lose, this and that. They're complete. Of course, he's not going to be on every night. But come on, without Brunson, you're not.
I know, but you're conflating the point.
Yeah, you're missing what Evan's saying.
Get
sometimes he deserves criticism.
Yeah, look, let's use Aaron Judge as
Just
an
like
example.
Aaron Judge sometimes deserves criticism. You're not saying get rid of him.
Aaron Judge drops a fly ball in the World Series. I'm sorry to bring this up again. Are we not supposed to criticize that because he's so great?
No, of course you are.
No. And so don't conflate the two things. It's like Charles Barkley's dumbass argument about Knicks fans. Like, oh, you wanted to fire Mike Brown a few days ago. No, we criticized Mike Brown. Yeah. And the criticisms were right. The criticisms of Jaylen Brunson have been fair. Are you not supposed to criticize guys because they're great? Cam Schlittler's been awesome. He's been amazing. Mm-hmm. If he has a horrible start, are we supposed to just not mention it?
It's going to happen.
Of course it's going to happen.
There's going to be a game where he gives up 4 runs in 3 innings, and we're going to say, oh, that sucked.
Yes.
And you're just going to hope that there's nothing wrong. Like, you hope that velocity's not down. You hope that there's not some injury is going to put him on the IL for 15 days. So at the end of the day, you criticize guys when they're bad, but if they're all-time greats for your team, it doesn't mean you're cutting them.
Right. No one suggested during the Brunson criticisms that they should trade him. I never heard that on this radio station.
Yeah,
if I did, I would have cut it and played it and made fun of someone.
Right.
But, like, when Jaylen Brunson faces fair criticism, sometimes maybe not the fairest. It's all the eye of the beholder, right, on if that I agree or disagree. But that's okay. So don't call up today, holier than thou, and say, how do you like me now? Dude, that was 4 days ago. He deserved it 4 days ago. It's like if Mikal Bridges drops a 50 on Thursday. What are we supposed to say? How about all the people that killed him? They were right for crushing him.
Right.
I mean, what are we talking about? It's like if the Mets win the World Series. Well, how about all those people that called for Mendy's job? Okay, in the moment, we were pretty right.
I don't think that one's going to happen.
You don't think that one's going to happen?
No.
You know who disagrees with you?
Sal Licata.
No. Why are you picking on Sal? What's Sal do?
Yeah.
No, because we said yesterday he wants to extend Mendy.
Okay, but that's different. Now you're just taking shots at him for no reason.
You gave me a question. Who do you think? I went to the first guy that wanted to extend Mendy. So tell me who thinks they're going to win the World Series.
Juan Soto. Did you hear what Juan Soto said last night?
I mean, I hope Juan Soto thinks they're going to win the World Series.
That's a great answer, by the way, Tiki. I agree with you. I'm going to take you back to right after last night's game. Mets beat the Nationals 8-0. A forgotten about moment in New York sports on a night where Schlittler is taking on DeGrom and the Knicks are winning a playoff game. Juan Soto is on the field where everybody can hear it. So by everybody, I mean 600 people that are still in Citi Field. And here's what Juan Soto said about the Mets' victory and what he thinks about this team.
This is just the beginning. We're starting something special right here. We're trying to go all the way. This is just a little taste of what it's going to be at the end.
Bro, this was a little taste.
Come on.
This was a little taste.
Well, we know one thing. He certainly didn't run that one by his teammates while he was hurt.
Wow.
What? You got a problem with that, Tiki? Forget Sean's douchey line. I'm talking about Soto.
You lost 15 out of 17 games,
That
and
was
then
just-
you won that?
That was just a little taste, Tiki.
Okay.
Last night was a little tiny bitty taste.
All right.
It's just the beginning, bro.
All right.
We're about to win the World Series. That's Juan Soto. And you know what? You guys can mock him all you want. That's the only thing he can say. What's he supposed to say? We suck?
No. He just have to say we're going to go all the way. He does not. That's not the only thing he can say.
What?
Yeah.
So what?
You say this is a start of us getting back on track.
Exactly. Feels good to start turning this thing around. Acceptable answer.
Now,
Not we're going to go all the way.
Juan was taking heat last night also for playing around with the Nationals catcher. He was caught on camera on the Nationals broadcast for saying to Drew Millis, I think is how you pronounce his name, the catcher, should I swing 3-0? And the catcher said, I don't know even know if he answered. Juan didn't swing, and he said, see, I'm a man of my word. Should I swing 3-1? Doesn't swing. And he's effing with the catcher.
Right.
And he's taking heat for that.
Why?
I don't know. Let the guy have fun. I mean, I know we're not having fun as fans, but I think the only way for them to turn it around is for them to have fun. So, yeah, Juan Soto thinks they're winning the World Series.
Yeah, after his meaningless home run.
That's not fair. It's the fourth inning. That is not, you guys are something else.
It was the 7th run in the 4th inning. Just so we're all
Seventh
aware.
and eighth. Oh, 7th run, yes. Sixth and 7th run.
7th run in the 4th inning, the 8th overall.
Yeah, made it 8-0. What's wrong with that? What's he
Nothing.
supposed to do? Not try?
Nothing at all.
Guys are something.
Nice to pimp that around up 6-0 already.
Let's hear from Kerry in Sayreville. How you feeling, Kerry?
It's a beautiful day when the Knicks win, so I'm feeling okay. I have a few points on the Knicks. First, the atmosphere was horrible. As a person that goes to almost every single regular season game, like a real fan, I know it's
Carrie, why was that?
The
Why
guy,
was that?
Well, the guy in front of me was literally shopping for a couch the whole game, and his wife was shopping for a watch.
Get out of
So
here.
I was watching them. I was watching him buy a couch, watching a game, watching him buy a couch, watching a game. Yeah, it's a lot of people that don't really go to the games during the regular season. A lot of bring your date. Game 2, I had a guy with a first date. So it's not the real fan.
So it's not
you know
the
what
real
I mean?
Knicks
So it doesn't
fan.
get as loud.
Carrie, is it because they're priced out?
Could be. I don't know. I mean, it's a very expensive night to sit there and shop for a couch. You know what I mean? So I didn't really get that, but maybe. I don't know. I don't know where the real fans are. My section usually is decent. Like, we're pretty loud in our area, but I was kind of the lone wolf chanting defense by myself last night.
Wow.
So Al Cintron was right.
Yeah, the real fan who was there was unimpressed by the Garden crowd. Crazy.
Yeah, and my second point is that as happy as I am that they won, I still think that this team defensively is completely flawed, and they got really lucky last night that Atlanta couldn't make a shot, because any other team they play, they would have got bounced, because their defense is absolutely horrible. I mean, they had so many uncontested threes in Atlanta, and like I said, I think we just got real lucky that they couldn't shoot.
I half agree with you to an extent. Like, I think early on, Atlanta had a lot of open looks that they didn't make. But overall, I think defensively, they played well. They've had a lot of deflections. They've been active.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns has played like a different player.
Right. You can point to the moments where they played well defensively, but overall, they blew out the Hawks because Atlanta was terrible shooting the three.
Well, guess
what?
what?
And they took 42 of them.
You know who does that too? Boston.
Yeah, but Boston makes them.
Not always.
Well, last year they didn't, or whenever that was.
Last year, and in their last playoff game, they missed a ton of threes. Like,
Right.
the Celtics are very, very streaky, and there will be a game, maybe more than a game, in their next round, assuming we get New York-Boston, which most of us assume, where that's exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
I mean, Derek White, have you seen his shooting in the series against Philly?
No, haven't paid attention.
Awful. Awful.
Yeah, and they're still up 3-2.
Well, they're playing a team that, despite Embiid coming back last night, is a flawed team. Now, the Knicks are better. Knicks are a lot better than Philadelphia, even though Philly's making them sweat. Making them sweat a little bit. I can't believe Joel Embiid decides to play basketball, drops 30, gets hurt again, but then he's okay. Like, that guy can wake up Hey, my friend Mike Biseglia said this to me. It's a great line. I'll give him the credit. He's like, Joel Embiid could just wake up with a broken leg. Like, it's, it's entirely possible, which is why I would absolutely want to play Philly if I'm the Knicks. Not only is clearly Boston a better team, championship pedigree, the whole thing, but Embiid is so not trustworthy to actually play in that series.
A broken leg's too obvious. Embiid could wake up with the worst ingrown toenail that anybody's ever had and then somehow is out a month with that. It's always the weird injuries with him.
Remember that thing he had that made you sympathetic to him a couple of years ago?
I did feel bad.
What did he have?
Bell's palsy.
I forgot about that.
Oh, right.
Bell's palsy's scary. You never seen an athlete come back from that. We really treated him like crap around here. You should have felt bad for him.
No, I don't feel bad for him. I honestly don't.
What was the last thing? The appendix?
I mean, that's a virus, right? Bell's palsy.
Yeah, but I think
that's what causes that.
It reshapes your face.
Oh, I know it does.
It could be
He
bad.
had Bell's palsy, appendicitis.
Well, appendicitis can happen.
I understand all this can happen, but it's like all of it happens to him.
Yeah, he
He's
might
like
get a wisdom tooth out next week.
That wouldn't surprise me. Let's go to Nick in Flemington. What's up, Nick?
How you guys doing today?
What's up?
Good. What's on your mind?
So I wanted to go back to what John said before about Brunson with the dribble. And I agree with both of you guys about how at the end of game 2, it's like he took it upon himself to just keep dribbling and pound the ball and just try and get shots up when realistically you should be playing through Towns more. And I think last night Towns played phenomenal, playing through him as much as possible, getting Brunson off the ball. I think it's exactly what the Knicks need. And the way OG's playing right now, just it helps them. You don't need Brunson to do everything. It's great when he does do everything, but I don't think they need to do that all the time.
Well, I think, Nick, the dribble from game 2 and last night were vastly different. Last night, he was dribbling to embarrass some of these Hawk defenders and score. And he was trying to score. He was trying to get to 40 points. And you saw it and you felt it.
Yep.
And you know what? I'll take that Jaylen Brunson every time. The dribble in game 2 was, let's just bide our time. Let's just hope this thing runs out. And, somebody will take a shot when the shot clock is at 3 seconds. And, we got a big lead. What was it, 18 points, I think, total that they came back from. But it was bad dribble.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dribble from last night where he's going to go score 40, fantastic. But when he's going to dribble, put up a bad shot or put somebody in position to take a bad shot like they did in game 2 and score 15 points in the fourth quarter, you can keep that. That's the one that he should get criticized for, and that's what he did get criticized for, not what happened last night. I think the conflation is the perfect word. You're confusing what we're saying about Jaylen Brunson. If he's going to do that and be dominant and score 40 and put the team on its back when nobody else scores more than 50, well, I think OG scored 17, but you know what I mean, and nobody else is really putting it in the basket, by all means, go win the game by yourself. But don't make it detrimental to winning a game, which happened in game 2.
While the most important game in New York sports last night was the Knicks victory, the most entertaining game was the Yankees-Rangers game. Let's guess the Yankee turning point from last night. There's a lot of really good options, so I'm not going to lecture Emmanuel Barbari because there's a lot of ways you can go.
I might lecture Emmanuel Barbari if I'm not right on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to go first or should I?
Oh, yeah. It's Fernando Cruz sliding on the Jock Peterson bunt and getting the third out because it was 2 on, no out. He gets out of that inning with 2 strikeouts after that.
Yeah.
There's not even a question.
Yeah, I have a question because that's not mine. Believe it or not. Now, I'm considering that.
Let me guess. A home run.
No.
Austin Wells.
No.
Aaron Judge.
No.
Okay.
Why are you mocking me?
Because it's always a home run.
It's not. That's not for me always a home run.
What is it?
Schlittler getting out of 2 on, nobody out in the 6th. That game, first of all, it was only 1-0 at the time, and it felt like the goodwill of this performance in which he outdueled Jake was on the line here. And after he walks Josh Young and there's 2 on and nobody out, and you got Seager, Peterson, and Berger coming up.
Yeah.
So I
still think it was Fernando.
No, I think your Fernando Cruz one is the other one I was debating. We're on the same page, but it's not the home runs. No,
Emmanuel, it better be a defensive a turning point. It better be.
So mine could be a 2.
Yours or mine. It doesn't matter.
All
it
right.
better be a defensive turning point.
Here is the turning point of last night's Yankees victory.
3-2 ball game. 1 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second.
Oh, he went this
Seager at the dish. The pitch swung on. Ground ball to Jazz. Flip the cabbie for 1. Over to first. Double play. Ball game. Victory for the New York Yankees. A 3-2.
Okay.
Hang on and
Hold
get
on.
the W.
Did somebody get that?
Wow.
Did somebody get it?
First guess.
Well, it may not be a guess. They may
Okay.
have listened to the post-game show.
I just wanted to remind everybody
Yeah.
that at the beginning of the season, when we started doing this, the last play of the game cannot be the turning point.
Right, because the game is already turned.
It's over.
Right.
This is
Manuel, man.
This is the worst job Emmanuel's done.
That's he cashed it in.
By the way, I think you guys are both right. That was 1A and 1B.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
More so than any of the home runs.
It can't be the last play of the game. I think
no, because we did it. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, we said, it's got to be this play because it was a walk-off, right? It won them the game. And then the debate was the turning point can't be the last play of the game. You're like, you know what? You're right.
Well, I disagreed with that because I think it can be the last play of the game, but I don't think it's that in this case. Like, I get it. It was a big double play at the end of the game. I understand.
That's lazy.
The Yankees might have gotten the single greatest defensive play they will get all season, and it ended an inning for all intents and purposes.
Right. I know you love Cam Schlittler and you want to put him in the sixth inning, getting out of that jam. But what Fernando Cruz did, sliding on a bunt that was going up the third base line on his ass with his feet towards the base. If he slides his feet the other way, he can't. There's no play.
And a great
bases
play by
are loaded.
McMahon.
Right? Bases are loaded. He just slides, still sliding, throws it to McMahon, who just gets his foot on the bag, gets spiked in the process, and then he strikes out the next two. That was the turning point.
You know what's
it's not even a debate.
You know what's so crazy about those plays that you talk about? And I like Michael Kay. I think he's a good broadcaster.
Yeah.
He became Sean Morash at the end of that inning. Would you like to hear my examples? I pulled them for you.
Go ahead.
And again, Michael's a wonderful broadcaster.
I am a damage freak.
But he got very extra cheesy. So when we get back, I'll let you hear them, and we'll see if Sean Morash can out-cheese Michael Kay. Plus more of your phone calls on the Knicks, on Cam Schlittler, on the Mets as well. 888-808-1019. Plus later on, what the hell are the Jets doing with their quarterback room? Evan and Tiki with Morash.
I can only laugh. I can only laugh. With the warm months just about here, it's time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Well, now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
This is an Odyssey Sports
The
Minute.
true stunner round one of the NFL draft was the Rams selecting Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson at 13th overall as a succession plan for Matthew Stafford. But here's the thing. The Rams are a Super Bowl favorite this year, and Ty Simpson doesn't help them win this year. And after the draft, Sean McVay, Rams head coach, did not look happy about the pick. My prediction, once Matthew Stafford retires, Sean McVay leaves Los Angeles and takes over with full control elsewhere. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and learn how you can get 3% back plus an instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for New York businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a New York business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Bet the Kentucky Derby on FanDuel, where you can bet on all your other favorite sports as well. And right now, all customers can get a Derby bet reset. That means you'll get racing bonus back if your bet doesn't win. The app is super easy to use, and you don't have to be a horse racing expert to get in on all the Derby Day action. So bet the fastest 2 minutes in sports on FanDuel. Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks are registered trademarks of Churchill Downs Incorporated. Now, we all love the app around here, and it's safe and secure. When you win, you do get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Verified FD racing account required. Refund issues non-withdrawable racing site credit that expires 9 days after receipt. Max refund $10 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at racing.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 2nd for the Yankees' annual Star Wars Day. Enjoy special appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a max-free Mandalorian bobblehead. Get your tickets now for Saturday, May 2nd, Star Wars Day at Yankee Stadium. For tickets, visit yankees.com/tickets. And may the Force be with you.
Verizon Small Business Days are going on right now. This is the best time for small businesses to score great deals from Verizon Business and get one-on-one time with a business expert who will help with everything your business needs. These experts partner up with you to make sure you've got the best tech, devices, and plans so your business can get the W. Give Verizon Business a call to schedule a meeting with an expert during Small Business Days going on now through May 10th. Call 1-800-483-4428 or you can go to VerizonBusiness.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Mother's Day, celebrate her with something truly special. At P.F. Chang's, enjoy a 5-course celebration experience starting at just $89.99. Featuring premium entrees like New York prime strip steak tataki, oolong Chilean sea bass, and lobster and prawn fried rice, plus the bold signature flavors she loves. It's more than a meal. It's a celebration made just for her. Reserve your table now and make Mother's Day unforgettable. Only at P.F. Chang's.
Available when you dine in for a limited time only at participating locations. Offer may vary.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Missed any of the show so far? You can always rewind on the free Odyssey app or check it out on YouTube. Our show will be broadcasting live. Yankee game in the afternoon today, so we're taking you right up until the Yankee pregame show as they wrap up their series against Texas. Last night, when Fernando Cruz escaped what felt like an unescapable jam in the eighth inning, it was incredible as a Yankee fan. First, you had Fernando Cruz making that awesome play, and then you had the final strikeout to get out of that inning. I thought that Michael Kay had morphed into Sean Morash because we love you, Sean, but you love to throw in those, like, double entendre dad jokes. Some might say it's my strength.
Some may say you're very funny with
Hey,
that.
Morash,
Others
you
might say
aren't
it's
funny. Others like Paul Turner might say it sucks.
I think you're very funny. But last night as I'm watching Kay, I'm like, oh, my God, this is Sean Morash. So I'll give you his cheesy line and tell me if you can out-cheese him. Are you ready?
All right.
Let's start off with Michael Kay having fun with Fernando Cruz's name as he got out of the jam.
Swing and a miss. Fernando cruising his way out of a jam.
Yeah, what you got?
From rocky seas to smooth sailing, all aboard the Fernando Cruz.
I like yours. I got to give it to you.
I'm a fat moron.
Sorry, Mike. I think you're down 1-0.
That's solid, dude.
Now, on that same strikeout, Michael Kay wasn't done because he wanted to have fun with the guy who struck out, Duran.
The pinch hitter, Duran, goes down. No mas.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one. Can you out-cheese Michael Kay?
You can hide, but you can't Duran. Never mind, I can't. He's got it.
Oh, you got that one.
Yeah.
He got it. That was too clever. He was more clever.
Yeah, it was very clever. And by the way, both
you know what
of
the
those,
problem is?
Yeah.
This generation is like, what?
Yeah, that one went
Right.
over a lot of people's heads. Yeah, the Duran no mouse comment.
Because that was 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mid-80s.
The Fernando
Yeah.
Cruzin is obvious. It's the name. It's
Well,
the
you
word.
just think
Yeah.
cruise. Like, you know what a cruise ship is.
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, cruise. I got it. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's very simple.
Right.
Yeah, he was so excited. He went, and that was in the same sequence. I just edited it.
He did the Sterling double dip.
He double dipped that bad boy.
Now, what if Duran had come back and hit a home run later? And he was like, he says, uno mas.
Well, he won't do it on an anti-Yankee moment. He's enjoying the Yankee moment, man. And look, credit to the Yankees, man. They are on fire. And they now wrap up this 3-game series later today. Omar Rodriguez is going to make his Major League debut. Remember, he was the kid they got for Carlos Narvaez, that Red Sox-Yankee trade. So we'll see if the Yankees can continue to pile on and sweep the Texas Rangers.
Come on. We're going to see if Elmer can glue together a sweep.
Oh, look at Sean.
That was you, bro. All you.
I'm a fat moron.
No, what are you talking about? That wasn't moron. That was awesome.
I love it. I don't press those buttons. You can't blame me for all that kind of stuff.
As YouTube literally watches you press those buttons.
Yes. My fatty! What are you talking about? I'm just pressing
Do they
my
still
tablet.
have Elmer glue?
Oh, yes. As somebody who has 2 kids, I can assure you.
I have 2 kids, and I don't know if we don't use it. We use like other stuff.
Oh, I mean, it's all over my dining room table, so yes, definitely.
I was touching buttons because I texted our boss, our big boss, with a brilliant station idea.
The architect?
Yeah. I don't know if I could say my station idea, but it is.
I would probably save it because if it happens, then you can claim credit.
Yes.
Is it a viewing party for the 2027 draft?
It's not a viewing party. It's about a hire. It's about somebody I think we should hire. Adding somebody to the staff.
Yeah.
For what position?
I'm not telling you, but the architect seemed intrigued.
He's being
I'll
a
just
good
leave it at
teammate
that.
over here.
Oh, I'm a teammate, bro. We have an incredibly strong roster. We could add someone to the roster. And I have the person. I gave the person's name to the architect, and I said, now work your magic. I gave you the idea. Now go do your thing.
You think Frank Isola is going to take it?
Did I ever tell you my other idea that never happened, but the architect really liked and was going to consider doing?
No.
No.
Can I tell you this one?
Sure.
All right, this is an interesting one. So John Sterling retired in the middle of the year a couple of years ago, and then he subsequently came back for the 2024 run.
Right.
So when he had retired in the middle of the year, we were using Emmanuel and Justin Shackle, and they were doing a great job. But there was question on what would happen in the postseason because neither guy had been hired as the full-time broadcaster. So what do you do? What should you do? Do you switch off or do you pick one of them? But if you pick one of them, it's like you're making a decision between kids.
Right.
What do you do? So I went to the architect and I said, I know what you can do. I know who you should bring in to do the postseason. It's a threat to nobody. He would do it. He'd be thrilled.
And it would just be $1 million idea. There'd be no issues with it. And my idea was that Michael Kay should have called the games on the radio.
I remember this because they didn't have the postseason.
Obviously, when you're a TV guy, you don't do the postseason. Yep. I know it kills Michael. It kills Gary Cohen. It kills the local baseball announcers, rightfully so. Mm-hmm. They signed up for it, but it kills them. And he wouldn't be a threat because Kay's not doing radio. He's doing television.
Yep.
And so, yeah. And I think it had a chance to work, but then John came back, so it was moot. Right. It just never went anywhere. Yeah, that was my other brilliant idea. I don't have a lot of ideas, but when I have them, I make them stick.
That was a good one.
Thank you. The idea I have about who we should hire, I will just make you feel better. It will not impact your status here at WFAN.
I had no doubts it would.
It would not impact anybody it wouldn't impact anybody's status. It would just be adding somebody to the roster.
Yeah. You're good, man.
No, I'm a generational talent, so.
Don't steal Tommy's bits now.
But you actually might be.
Thanks, Tiki. I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Tiki have the last word.
Yeah, me too. I'm letting that go.
I mean, 2 podcasts, smashing the board over there, contributing at the same time.
Thank God you said the board.
I would like somebody to take that clip and play it for Tommy just so he can actually criticize Tiki Barber for the first time in his career and see how that goes.
Let me tell you something about Tiki. Tiki Barber is
Let's get back.
He fumbled in the game. I had money on it.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. We'll get back to your calls. 888-808-1019 is the number. Matt is calling from Tennessee. What's up, Matt? Hey, Matt. Matt going once. Matt going twice. Matt is
back on hold.
Yeah, I put him by. What I do when I don't hear people is I give you that second chance later.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mario in Long Beach. What's up, Mario?
Hey, Mario.
Hey, how you doing, Evan? How's it going, guys? Good show.
Good. What's up, man?
You know, it's very interesting with the Knicks game because look what's happening in the East, right?
Yep.
You got Detroit's about ready to lose, right? So they go to number 1 seed. They're not going to win. They're down 3-1.
Right. Hold on. Before you continue, I can't done that series. I get it. I understand your point that 3-1 is tough to come back, but I would still, if you forced me to bet on that series, I still give the Pistons an excellent shot to take Game 5 tonight, put the pressure now back on Orlando, and force this back to Detroit for a Game 7. I mean, Cade Cunningham has been unreasonably awful. He's not that bad. Maybe this is the punch in the mouth the Pistons need. So, obviously, continue your point, because I understand how things feel open-ended right now in the East, but I would not done that series. I think you're making a mistake if you do.
If you had to bet your life on it, who would you bet?
I'm not betting my life on a basketball game.
You'd bet on Orlando.
I'm just saying, if you had to
bet on Orlando. You'd bet on Orlando. You're right.
Yes, exactly. Come on, let's leave that alone. And now let's talk a little bit about Cade Cunningham right now.
Yeah.
Before you guys, and I know you said it a few times, Evan. Cade Cunningham, you were comparing to Brunson. Oh, he's going to be better. Let's understand one thing. Cade Cunningham just set a record, an NBA all-time record. You know what it is?
Yeah, we said it yesterday. Most turnovers in a 3-game stretch in playoff history.
How many?
I think it was 24 in 3 games, which is insane.
24?
Yeah.
Could you imagine what we'd be saying about Brunson if he did that? We would be killing him.
Oh, no. Well, and I think in Detroit they're killing Cade Cunningham. But I want you to remember something about the Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brunson thing. So we do long-term bets or long-term predictions or long-term discussions. What I said to Tommy and to all of you was let's have a Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brunson debate in April of 2030. Let's see where they are.
Yeah.
A lot has still not been written yet about Cade Cunningham. So if your point is, boy, if Jaylen Brunson had a 3-game stretch in which he turned the ball over 24 times, we'd be killing him, of course we would. But the Pistons could very well win an NBA title this year or next year. Wouldn't that change the discussion?
Of course it would.
So let's be careful before ending discussions before the time period that we already allowed.
Yeah, he's still too young to know what his career is going to be. We don't know if he's going to be a star. I mean, he's stepping there, but we don't know if he's going to. But if he does become one, then, I mean, like a superstar. I mean, like
I get you. I think he's already a star, but in terms of getting to that next level, you got to win in the playoffs. You got to have some level of success in the playoffs.
I don't know. You're not thinking about him when you're thinking about the best players in basketball right now. Cade Cunningham.
I mean, I don't know if I'm ranking 10 guys, is he in the top 10?
It's because of what you're talking about. It is, you have to win in the postseason.
No, you have to win in the postseason, but
for the lay fan to say, oh, yeah, I know that guy. He whatever, in the second round or the conference championship, I saw him do that. Yeah, they lost because they weren't ready yet, but he's going to be the guy. I don't know. He's not there yet.
No, he's not there yet, but to the point that Mario tried to prematurely make, let's say the Pistons do lose this series, which would be a disaster after the regular season they just had. yes, you're right. In this moment, any kind of Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brunson debate feels very off. What if next year the Pistons, much like your Virginia Cavaliers, learn from the embarrassment and go win an NBA championship? Well, then the discourse for our 2030 argument is going to be very different.
Right.
So my point is there's a reason we put a time on when we're going to have it. When I brought this up a year ago, it wasn't, hey, let's have it next year. I said, let's give it a bunch of years. But obviously the Pistons have their backs to the wall. And I find myself now, because it's 3-1, very intrigued by that series. I am more intrigued by Pistons Magic Game 5 than the other two games tonight. And remember, Toronto-Cleveland is even 2-2. I have more interest in seeing the Pistons respond to the Magic than anything else. Certainly than Lakers-Rockets, which still feels over. But the thing...
It does, but...
I guess I'm just not into it.
Yeah.
I'm into Detroit-Orlando. That's the series I care about.
It's true.
I find it incredibly intriguing because it's also like a credit to the Magic. They're not a typical 8 seed. They're an incredibly talented team that I thought had finals potential coming into the year.
We thought they would come further up the board before the regular season ended, and they didn't. And so they end up getting the number 1 seed, or having to play the number 1 seed in Detroit. But you knew from game 1, like in their minds, they belong in the second round. They even said it, right? We know we belong here.
There was an arrogance to them.
100%.
That's one of the mistakes I think young teams make when you have that kind of success. You think you can roll the balls out on the court and you're going to be fine.
Right.
This is the NBA playoffs. The Magic are a very talented team. And that's where I think the Pistons are going to – they're forcing a 7th game. I don't know. Maybe they'd lose a 7th game at home. It's possible, considering they don't win home games in the postseason.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just the odds are against them.
Right.
They have to win 3 straight. That's not easy to do in the postseason.
It's not easy to do, but remember, 2 of them are at home.
Yes.
Just keep that in mind. Let's go to Steve in Massapequa. Good morning, Steve.
Hey, fellas. Good morning. How are you?
All's good.
Good. What's up?
So I wanted to present, this is definitely more of a Rico type of question here, Ev, but I wanted to present to you a fact-based reason as to why I think the Mets are going to be okay.
Go ahead.
And I am not a positive Tommy type of guy who is just saying it to say it. I think it's actually real. So I did 2 exercises. I looked at the Mets' 4, what I would consider best hitters, Soto, Bichette, Lindor, and Polanco. And I compared their current OPS to the OPS that they're going to have, that they've had throughout their entire career. And there's essentially about a 640-point shortfall between what they've done so far and what they've done historically. And I don't think it's a stretch to say, can these guys just be who they've always been? Now, Polanco has to be healthy, so does Lindor, but so does everybody for that matter. But I think there's a significant shortfall between what they've been and what they're going to be. And if they can just be average, that's a huge increase. And then secondly, I looked at 3 other guys, Beatty, Vientos, and Simeon, compared their current OPS to their worst season's OPS. And right there alone, there's another 250 OPS points that they're short. So between those 2 groups of players, you're essentially short an all-star OPS level player that they would have to simply play as to just get back to average, which I think is a reasonable thing to assume. Now, we know Peralta and McClain and Clay Holmes, have to all stay healthy. And Devin Williams can't have a 9 ERA. I'm not saying like that can continue, but I think if you just look at the pure numbers of the OPS between every player in the lineup every day, there's no way they don't start to play better. And every team has a funk, especially in this new wild card era, that, they lose. I think Jolly Olive tweeted they lose 20 of 30 games.
Yeah, that was a great stat. Jolly Olive tweeted that out. If you don't follow him, I think it's at Jolly_Olive.
Right.
Who's a good Met guy. I think he works for Barstool, not Barstool, for John Boy, right?
Teammate.
So he's a teammate of yours. That's why I say that. He did tweet that out last night, that every team, that's not every team, but every year, there has been a team who's made the playoffs who's had a stretch where they've lost 20 out of 30 games. So it shows you that, yes, you can survive bad funks.
Yes, but very rarely do you lose 12 in a row and make the postseason.
Well, never is the answer to that.
Right.
That's never happened.
That's right.
But we also have a format that more allows for teams to have funks like that and still make the playoffs. That's irrelevant because while it's interesting, I've never said the Mets can't make the playoffs because of the hole they've created. I've said, are they good enough? All of those numbers that you say they can get better at, which I agree to an extent, is it good enough to get above average? Or is it good enough to go from scoring 3.3 runs per game to 4.1, which is still not good enough?
No.
Like, I'd agree with you. They shouldn't and won't have the worst offense in baseball. I'll give that to you. Never thought that they would. But are they going to have the 25th best offense in baseball or the 20th best offense in baseball? And while there's a trust level in Juan Soto, of course there is, and there's even a trust level in Bo Bichette, Lindor is out for months that we know of, and I do not trust Jorge Polanco for the same reason I was concerned when they signed him. He's rarely healthy, and he's rarely had productive years. He's not some kind of consistent player when you look at his career, so it's tough to just assume he's going to get back to that level.
Right, no, and so I think the same questions, you can be optimistic based on previous statistical analysis from other teams, but the conversation that Evan and I started 2 weeks ago when we said, is this team actually even good? And then they go through this 12-game losing streak, and in our minds we're saying, no, they're not very good, and they're not managed well, even if it's not fully the manager's fault. But at some point, it will turn because they have good players. It's just a matter of how good are those players collectively. And I think there's just too many question marks. Bo Bichette's going to be fine, right? Hit a leadoff home run, first pitch home run last night. That's the Bo Bichette we wanted. Juan Soto hits a home run, even though I minimized it in the fourth inning.
Yeah, it was very jerky on your part.
It is. It's just, nice to take a little shot every now and then.
Sure.
But he's going to be fine. Lindor, when he's healthy, he's going to be fine. Everybody else, I don't know. I'm sitting here watching the replay of Yankees on Yes. I keep seeing this Mark Vientos commercial, and I'm like, why is he in a commercial? Like, what is going on here?
Same reason Oswaldo Cabrera and JC Escara doing.
Yeah, it's just kind of like there's just some players on this team that I don't believe in, and until they do it over and over and week in and week out, and their averages get up above 220. How can you believe in them? They have to do it. Certain guys you can just trust that they're going to be fine because they're vets and they're pros and you know it's coming. Some of these other guys, I don't know. Some of them are washed. Some of them are just too young.
Dave is in Seaford. What's up, Dave?
Hey, if there's anything I've learned from Certa Pro painters is that Sean's wife is very hard to please. If you bring in Diana Rossini, he's done.
That's Sal's wife, by the way.
Well, hold on. There's a lot going on right now.
What just happened?
There's a lot happening. Are you saying that when I said that we should hire somebody, you made the assumption that person is Diana Rossini?
Yeah, that's who I'm going with.
That is unbelievable because I have to admit, he's right.
That was it?
That was yeah, I think we should hire Diana Rossini.
The only thing he got wrong is it's not Sean's wife is very happy. It's Sal's wife that's not happy.
Yeah, they keep playing this ad that Licata did, but that's unbelievable. Like, was I obvious? I just said there's someone we should add to the roster.
Yeah. Weren't obvious to me.
I didn't make any obvious statement, and Dave calls in like, yeah, well, if you hire Diana Rossini, Sal's gone, Sean's gone. And it's like, what? First of all,
I don't think she'd sit over there and do your job either.
No.
Not as well as you, Sean.
And I have to admit,
in you,
I
Sean.
wasn't prepared to break down my idea. It was just, I was going to keep it as a mystery. But once that guy calls it and guesses it, how am I going to lie? What am I going to say?
I've never been confused for Sal before. I think that's better than Lugauer. I think so.
Really?
Well, because everybody always used to confuse me and Tommy's voice.
How do you think you sound? Have you ever been like self-aware in how you sound?
No, because I don't like listening to myself.
Would you like to hear yourself?
Okay.
Tiki, earlier today on the morning program with Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti, Boomer, not Gio, and Gio is incredible with imitations, as we all know.
Boomer was clowning.
Boomer whipped out a Sean Morash imitation.
Is that right?
Would you like to hear it?
Well, I'd like to know where that is in the system.
It should be in the system with the date and then Morash imitation. Did I not send that? Oh, I'm. You know what? I have it on my phone. Don't worry.
I see K-cheeses.
Don't worry about it. I got you. Man, this is the thing. All right, so Boomer was talking about the bike tour that he does for charity.
Yes, because you did it last year, right?
Yeah, he mentioned how Sean did it last year, but he's not doing it this year. And so Boomer decided to imitate Sean, explaining why he's not doing it. So let's rate Boomer Esiason's imitation of our very own Sean Morash.
Oh, you're really doing it again? I didn't know that. I got 7 guys in West Babylon that want to ride next to you. Wow.
Wow, Boomer.
So what do you think of Boomer's imitation of you, Sean?
You know what? I'm going to give him an A. The fact that he went for it, I appreciate that. Yeah, I could be a little high and whiny, I guess, so sure.
What about you, T?
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
I'm also grading on a Boomer
The content
curve.
was good.
Yeah, content was good.
Yeah. I give him a B+ because the content was spot on.
I give him an A- because... And I think G does this sometimes, too. It's not to necessarily sound exactly like the person. It's the essence of the person, right? It's what they would say in the tone that they'd have it, you know? So from that perspective, I give Boomer an A-. I thought that was very good.
Is this why my timeline is filled with people sending me pictures of me with spiky hair? Does this have to do with Boomer doing my voice?
I didn't hear the entire show. I heard that part.
Spiky hair?
I don't know, man. I'm getting these like constantly. I have no idea because I didn't hear the show this morning.
That I may have missed. Oh, based on this tweet that's in front of me, I guess they talked. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what happened.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not going to say anything. Well, I only can comment on what I hear and then the audio I pull because I can't listen to every second. But I'm sure it was funny, and I'm sure it made fun of you.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, pretty good imitation. We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. And last night I was very angry about something. It wasn't Knicks related. It wasn't Yankees related. It wasn't Mets related. It was Gary Cohen related. Why the legendary broadcaster really pissed me off. It's Evan and Tiki on the Fan with Sean Morash until Yankee baseball.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, check out Collars & Co. You might have seen them on Shark Tank, where they landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They're the team behind the dress collar polo that sold over 1 million shirts. Well, now they've launched the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is legit. Sharp, lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. Just pack it up, and it comes out looking fresh. Plus, get smart features like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up collarsandco.com. Use code TIKI for 20% off. That's at collarsandco.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics is expanding across Long Island and New Jersey with offices coming to Babylon, West Babylon, Comac, and West Orange. From sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com today. It's also sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison has done it again. Named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com in New Jersey and the entire U.S. Expect exceptional service, an unmatched selection, and a luxury experience you won't find anywhere else. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison or RayCatinaEdison.com.
Game 5 at the Garden went the Knicks' way. And now New York can close out the Hawks in Thursday's Game 6 in Atlanta to move one step closer to their ultimate goal. The latest breaking Knicks news, the biggest Knicks opinions, and the most trusted voices delivering them all live here. Your home for New York sports is 101.9 FM WFAN.
New York City soccer fans, the biggest stage in world soccer is coming to the U.S., and you could be a part of the excitement. Head to a participating Verizon store for your chance to win tickets to FIFA World Cup 2026. It only takes a minute to enter, and no Verizon account is required. Check out visitverizonstores.com today for participating locations. Your chance to win ends May 14th. With Verizon, no one gets you closer. No purchase necessary. Ends May 14th. Open to legal residents residing in select states. 18 plus. See official rules at visitverizonstores.com.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
866-323-7529. 250 Pele, Saddlebrook. Diana Magala, licensed in New York and New Jersey. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
HL Gross Jewelers of Garden City is Long Island's premier engagement and wedding ring destination. Visit HL Gross today or online at hlgross.com.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Calling all Hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
If you're looking for a great price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires. But it doesn't end there, because Town Fair Tire gives you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. More free services than any other tire dealer. That's why we say nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Thickening clouds, high 62.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Cooking easy is 1, 2, 3. Discover how at chefiq.com. The Celtics could not put away Joel Embiid and the 76ers. Philadelphia stuns Boston with a throwback Embiid performance, 113-97. Series lead cut to 3-2. The Spurs did eliminate the Blazers in 5 to advance to round 2. On the ice, the Sabres blew a chance to advance to the second round at home, falling to the Bruins in overtime, looking a lot like the Bills in overtime up in Buffalo in a playoff game. The Wild took a 3-2 series lead, beating the Stars, and the Oilers beat Chris Kreider and the Ducks 4-1 to cut the Anaheim series to 3-2. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
It was a very good night in New York sports last night. Knicks going up 3-2. Yankees holding on and beating Texas, and the Mets getting a much-needed blowout victory over the Washington Nationals. But I was set off last night because hypocrisy bothers me, even from the people I admire and really like. I admire Gary Cohen. I really like Gary Cohen. I mean, he's one of the greatest broadcasters I've ever heard. But that doesn't stop me from being very annoyed with his hypocrisy. And so I'll explain it to you, Tiki, because I think you will come out on my side. Last night, Daniel Murphy was in the booth because Keith Hernandez is still recovering from back surgery, and Ron Darling is taking a series off, which he deserves. Right. So Daniel Murphy, the former Met, was in the booth, and they were just, kind of reminding you of how good Daniel Murphy was, especially because they were playing the Nationals, a team that Daniel Murphy ended up signing with and having great success with, especially against the Mets. So when they were kind of showing you Daniel Murphy's success against the Mets as a National, Gary Cohen uttered this line.
Painful watching you in a Nats uniform. Painful, I tell you.
It was much briefer than in a Mets uniform.
It was painful, Gary. Right? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? It was painful, Gary Cohen, to see Daniel Murphy in a Nationals jersey? Well, I'm going to expose you because I've been here a long time and I love you, and you used to come on with Joe and I, and you said things. And there's something that you said that still lives in FAN history. So I'm going to present to you a little WFAN flashback of Gary Cohen talking about Daniel Murphy right before he got to free agency.
WFAN flashback.
Look, Murphy's a lovable guy, and he's, but I think he's a net negative, and I've always felt that way.
I remember that. You think he's a net negative? Okay. So
I have no interest in bringing back Daniel Murphy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised
Joe,
to hear you say
Joe,
that.
you watch this guy play every day.
I understand, but he's too good a hitter, and the guy's a tremendous hitter.
He's a nice hitter, and he's hit some home runs lately, but he's not a high on base percentage guy. He's not a big power hitter. He's a good hitter. He's a good hitter. He's a good 6th or 7th hitter in a good lineup. That's what he is, and he hurts you so badly in the field and on the bases and all the craziness. I think it's time to move on.
Don't tell me how much it pained you to see him as a National. You basically wanted him there. You kicked him out of town. And look, that was your opinion. We're all entitled to opinions. Some are going to be right. Some are going to be wrong. That was a really wrong opinion. And that's okay. I have a lot of really wrong opinions. But you know what I don't do with my really wrong opinions? I don't act like I didn't say it.
You kiss ass afterwards?
I don't kiss ass. I'll own it. I don't care how long it's been. And I'm sorry for any Met fan who remembers that. And, I remember the interview. I wasn't mad at Gary Cohen. I respect his opinion. I still do. But you cannot. This is my problem. It's not about being wrong or even calling my net negative or being arrogant about your opinion on Daniel Murphy, which he kind of was in that interview. Hey, Joe, have you seen him play?
Right.
That's fine, dude. That's a baseball opinion, and I respect it. It's that line. That was horrible seeing you as a National. Yep. You threw him out. You called him a net negative. You basically said he sucks.
he sucked. He said he was a fine player.
Oh, stop.
He was just a net negative.
He was a net negative. So you can work with Daniel, and it can be great. And you can have a wonderful relationship. Maybe you've hashed it out, and that's fine. I'm not even saying you can't. I cannot hear you in a microphone with a straight face say, play that from last night one more time. I need to hear it again. Got to hear what he said again. One more freaking time. Hear what he said.
Painful watching you in a Nats uniform. Painful, I tell you.
It was much briefer than in a Mets uniform.
Painful? You don't have the right to say that. Now, Tiki, am I right or am I being irrational?
You're being very irrational.
What?
Yes.
What?
When someone's leaving you for a division rival.
No, he kicked him out. This was before he was a National. He was suggesting to Joe and I, he's a net negative, get rid of him. He didn't sign there yet.
Yeah, but I don't understand why the two are mutually exclusive. Because, yeah, get rid of him. He's not valuable to you anymore as a Met. But when he goes to the Nationals, and I don't even know, was he good with the Nationals?
Are you serious?
I have no idea.
He almost won the MVP.
Oh, there you go. That's why it was painful.
Yeah, it was painful.
They're not mutually exclusive. The two can be the same.
Sean, how do you rule?
Well, first of all, happy birthday, Gary Cohen.
Oh, today's his birthday.
Today is his birthday.
Sorry, Gary. Picked the wrong day to pick on you. No. But you picked the wrong day to say that because it set me off.
But it can still make you upset.
It makes me upset.
I'm going to do something I never do. I'm going to bring this back to the Giants. I did not want the Giants to re-sign Saquon Barkley. I still think it was a right move to get rid of Saquon Barkley. But it was painful watching him do that with the Philadelphia
Eagles. Perfect example. That is perfect. Well done, Sean.
Well done, Sean.
Well done.
Well done, Sean.
You got him.
You know what I think I need then? I'm going to meet you in the middle on this. I think I need an acknowledgement from Gary. Not about me, not about Joe, but just about I was wrong.
I was ready to see you go, but it was painful to watch you at the Nationals.
Watch. Let me edit.
That's how you say it.
Yeah. Let me edit what he said last night. You know, Daniel, I was actually very understanding of why they let you go, even agreed with it. But boy, was it painful to watch you have that success with a division rival. Own what you thought. We all do. Or at least I tried to. I think you tried to. Like, I own it.
Yeah, of course.
We're wrong about a lot of stuff. This is no crime to be wrong. It's a crime to make believe you were never wrong. That's my crime.
But I don't think he was trying to.
Well, felt that way.
I don't think so. I think he was just saying, he didn't say, I wish you would have stayed with the Mets. He didn't even mention the Mets. He just basically said, after you were gone and you beasted it in Washington, that was painful.
You play that.
That's all he said.
Play that net negative thing one more time, because that we actually have an award on the Rico Bronya called the net negative, and it's all based on that line from Gary Cohen.
Now, not last night, just about one of the one or two.
The net negative, Gary Cohen 2. Gary Cohen 2. I'll make it easy.
Look, Murphy's a lovable guy, and he's, but I think he's a net negative, and I've always felt that way.
I've always felt that way. I think he's a net negative. What a horrible thing to say about somebody. Who's a current net negative in New York sports? Do we have a few? We have some net negatives?
I mean, there's probably a lot of them, to be honest with you.
Who jumps out of you, number one? Who's the number one net negative in New York right now?
The problem is it's got to be somebody who's playing.
Yeah, like an active player.
Well,
Mikael Bridges, net negative?
I was going to say no longer active, Kodai Senga.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
definitely
an easy
net
one.
negative. That was an easy one. You're right. Devin Williams, net negative.
I can't say it's
not
a
yet.
total net negative.
Not yet.
Not yet?
He's heading that way, though. I was trying to think of a Giant. I was going to say Evan Neal, but he didn't play.
Yeah.
So
Deontay Banks.
That's
a good one.
That's a solid one.
That's a good
net
one.
negative.
All
I mean,
right.
because he did some positive stuff, but overall negative.
Yeah, can't have him on the field. Defenses work.
Right.
Net negative. Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019. Nate is in Monroe, New Jersey. What's up, Nate?
Hey, Nate.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All's well.
Good.
I was just wondering, since, the Yankees called up Elmer Cruz today, very exciting, very nice.
Elmer Rodriguez.
High-rated prospect.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. I think it's hyping, but yeah.
Oh, is it? I'm going to look
So
that up.
I have no idea.
Let's find out more about him. That's a good call. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think it's like Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, but I've seen certain things on social media or, on the internet. Elmer Cruz, 6'1", half dozen the other.
Right.
We
know who you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, and it just made me think, because they have another pitcher down in AAA, Carlos Agranje,
Yep.
who throws 103. Again, exciting prospect. He doesn't have a great ERA as a starter, but, obviously he has the stuff. He has big league stuff, right? Do you think that if the Yankees bullpen starts to fade a little bit, as it has in past years, that they call him up in, midsummer?
I think it's on the table, but I think one of the huge factors is going to be the trade deadline. And it's still very, very, very early to kind of figure that out. Who's in it, who's not in it, what relievers are having good years, what relievers aren't having good years. But Brian Cashman's always been aggressive. I mean, remember last year, he was your closer was acquired at the trade deadline.
Yep.
Your eighth inning guy was acquired at the trade deadline. So Brian Cashman's track record is to be aggressive at the trade deadline. But I think that those internal options, specifically Lagrange, who you mentioned, is absolutely going to be a factor. I think Luis Gil could very well be a factor.
I mean, are we surprised that he's up and now Elmer Rodriguez before Lagrange?
No, because I think if you look at the performance, Lagrange has not gone down and dominated.
Yeah.
And Elmer Rodriguez has been on the rise and has probably earned it.
Yeah.
And for him, it's only going to be a starter too.
Yeah, I just felt like we were all on Lagrange in the spring training.
Yeah.
And I mean, Elmer Rodriguez was fine too also, but we didn't talk about it.
I think Elmer Rodriguez pitched in the WBC, if I'm not mistaken. So we may have missed a little bit of him.
Maybe.
But no, I think he's just more ready for this moment. And he is right.
Yeah.
And Elmer Rodriguez Cruz.
Yes.
So,
by the way, Elmer Javier Rodriguez, formerly known as Elmer Rodriguez Cruz.
Yes.
Is a Puerto Rican professional baseball.
I wonder what the back. Oh, that's right. You don't have names on the back of your jersey.
Well, he probably dropped. He probably dropped Cruz.
Oh, did he?
I'm gonna. Maybe it was his. I don't know. I have no idea.
I legitimately had that thought for like a second, 1.5 seconds. What's on the back of his? Oh, wait. It's the Yankees. They don't do that. Tiki's like, what? Yeah.
No, I'm trying to find out why he dropped Cruz.
Let's go to Cody in Red Bank. What's up, Cody?
Hey, what's going on? Evan, Tiki, Sean. Great job.
Good. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Nothing. I just wanted to make a joke about Gary. Just pained him so much because he was so wrong about his opinion on Daniel Murphy.
That could have been it. And by the way, if he says that, great. I've been pained by being wrong on opinions as well. Because I wasn't in the same boat as Gary, but I understood letting Daniel Murphy go.
Right.
Like I was on that understanding of, hey, look, he's a wild ball player. He had this great postseason run. I never thought that postseason run was going to lead to an MVP season. I never thought that. It was one of the most stunning things I've ever seen. So it's not as if I'm pretending like I needed to sign Daniel Murphy at all costs, but I just didn't view him as a net negative. I didn't view him as someone that needed to be off the roster. Tyler is in Connecticut. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, what's up, boys? Hey, Tiki, royalty in my house growing up, man.
I appreciate that, dude. Thank you.
Hey, this is a response to that Carrie woman that just called recently about the Knicks not playing defense.
Be careful about Carrie. Carrie's my girl. We're running buddies.
I know. Listen, I'm going to tread lightly. To hold a playoff team in today's NBA to under 100 points back-to-back games,
no, that's a
I
good
think
point.
we're watching a different game.
No, you're right.
What are we
Look,
talking about?
Statistically, you're right. But I think what she was saying is, and it's hard to dispute this, the Knicks were kind of invisible on some of these open shots that the Hawks were just
Atlanta missed a lot of open threes, but with that said, I think you can say it. It's partially true. Overall, the Knicks defense has been awesome over the last two games.
No, of course it's been awesome because look at what they've scored. Look how they've dominated these games. The outcome hasn't been in doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But there were moments where it was just like, are you going to cover that guy? Are you going to get some rebounds here? Are you going to let these backdoor passes just be easily, executed and dunks and easy layups? So, like, there were moments. She was right. But at the end of the day, when you blow out a team by almost 30, you can't really knock a defense.
No, and I think one other element you always have in the back of your mind, even if it's irrelevant, is if we play like this against Boston, what happens?
Yeah.
Is this good enough against the team?
They make or miss 28 threes.
Wow. That's always the caveat with them.
Right.
Like, which Derek White shows up? Like, what percentage are they making or missing from three? Chris up in Michigan. Hey, Chris. Chris going once. Chris, all right.
29 3. They missed 29.
Who are we talking about?
The Hawks. They missed 29 3-pointers.
Yeah, I thought you meant Boston because they've had their issues too. Let's go to Brendan in Clifton, New Jersey. Brendan.
Hey, Evan, I think you are being a little bit of a hypocrite here.
Go ahead.
You're the guy that you constantly say two things can be true at the same time. So I think that fits perfectly with what happened with Gary here.
Exactly.
He had
right.
the opinion
You're right.
that Murph was not going to be good in 2016 moving forward, wasn't worth giving a long-term contract to. then he also had the opinion that it killed him to see him go off with the Nationals in 2016 and be an MVP candidate. So I don't think what he said was contradictory at all.
I think it's not contradictory when you acknowledge that you thought he was a net negative. Like, again, there's a difference between, you know what, I'm not going to re-sign him. It's going to take too much money. I'd rather have Ben Zobrist, who I think was the other free agent they were eyeing. They ended up trading for Neil Walker. Like, I get that. He said he's a net negative. Basically, get him off the team. Hey, Joe, do you watch the Mets? Is what essentially he said. And I don't know, maybe I need the disarming of acknowledging how wrong he was. Because that's, I think, how I would do it.
Well, sometimes it's okay to be wrong.
Of course it's okay to be wrong. But acknowledge that you were as wrong as anybody. You know what I mean?
I do.
And I love this broadcast. I think he's one of the great broadcasters of all time. I think he knows as much Mets as anybody. But that was such an over-the-top opinion, and now you got your arm around them like, man, it sucks seeing you in Washington. Let's go to Chris in Bayshore. Chris.
Yeah, hey, guys. Listen, Evan, I could not agree with you more. I think Gary was so wrong about that. I don't even know how you can say that about a guy who was a borderline MVP. I mean, granted, he might not have been at that level with the Mets, but he certainly wasn't a net negative. I don't know. I feel like asking Gary what he was watching, but I agree with you 100%. You got to really kind of own that for credibility purposes. And the other thing is, I don't think the Knicks are going to lose again until you get to the next round. I think they're obviously you got to do it, but I think they're walking right through.
It feels with the way they've dominated over the last, what's 48 times 2? Is that
84?
48 times?
48, 96.
96. It feels like over the last 96 minutes of basketball, they have been so far superior to Atlanta that it's tough to imagine that the Hawks are going to be able to put together 48 minutes together, even at home, where they can beat this team.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Now, one of the things we do around here when someone is really wrong is they wear an L. And I have to tell you a quick story, and I hope you don't get offended because you were away when this happened. But this caller called in. His name was Kevin, great guy, and he didn't like the designs of the L's. Now, he felt bad because he didn't realize at the time that it was designed by your daughters, and wife.
Yes.
And so Kevin feels bad that he was knocking their artwork. But he didn't like their artwork.
All right.
And so I met Kevin.
Brooklyn was 10. Keegan was 7.
He feels bad, seriously.
It's all good.
I just have to tell the full story.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, they don't care.
Good. That's what I told him, by the way, because I met Kevin over the weekend because he designed new L's for us.
Oh, lovely.
So you can be as honest as you want about the L, considering he ripped your family's designing of L's. But I'll show it to the YouTube audience. Here is the Kevin-designed L.
Yeah, he used a laser printer for his L's.
Are you ridiculing it?
I'm not.
So I'm wearing it right now. Basically, it's fingers to make up the L.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, Tiki does not like it.
Can I be an ILO, independent L observer?
Of course.
I respect that he wanted to help out. I think that sucks.
Oh, come on.
Because for already the hand part of it becomes distracting. The other ones are just straight to the point. They're L's.
Yes. You're just taking an L.
I understand what he's trying to do.
You could be saying number 1.
Yep. That doesn't work for an L.
Wow.
I interpret, because I was here that day, I interpreted him making an actual L.
That's right. You heard Kevin's phone call. And I met him on Sunday at Citi Field. Really nice guy. And even if you don't like the L, we appreciate the effort. Right, Tiki? Right, Sean?
100%.
100% appreciate the effort. That doesn't work.
Yes.
Does not work.
Your kids will love that as a toy to play with when you take it home to them.
Oh, dude. Spence was loving it. He put that on. He also made another sign that had like the Met logo. Spence is in love. So
take the chain off. You have a scratch. It works.
What was that?
Take the chain off, and if you have a scratch, it works.
I have no idea what that means.
Scratch your whatever with your finger.
Oh, wow. I guess you could do a few things. Anyhow, Kevin, we appreciate
Mother's Day is around the corner.
Miss Roberts.
Kevin, we appreciate the effort. More of your calls coming up. Plus, what? And I'm going to try to be calm when I ask this. What the hell are the New York Jets doing? Why are they allowing their starting quarterback to pick up their backup quarterback? We'll get into the rumors around the Jets quarterback room and why and how it involves Russell Wilson.
I hope it's a lie.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this Odyssey Sportsman is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are about to enter an era of football, unfortunately for Steelers fans, that I think will be reminiscent of the 1980s, which was not a good decade for the Steelers. They wanted to draft USC receiver Mekhi Lemon and got jumped by the Philadelphia Eagles. They hired Mike McCarthy, a retread coach, this offseason. They're waiting on 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers to play quarterback. What the hell's happening with the Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America and a member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Oh, hey, how was your vacation on MSC Cruises?
It wasn't just a vacation. It was a...
holiday. What's the difference?
It's a... holiday. Because there's European style and American comfort.
Does that happen every time you say that?
I don't know. But on... holiday. There's fresh made pasta, and you can cheer on your favorite team at the sports bar.
No, I want to go on.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
If we're being honest, guys in this town, pretty confident. And hey, that's not a bad thing. But are you willing to put it to the test? California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month. Plus, get free health and genetic screenings. And more importantly, you're helping families who can't do this on their own. So if you really think you've got it, and you know who you are, put it to good use. Apply now and see if you qualify. Check out spermbank.com to learn more.
Verizon Small Business Days are going on right now. This is the best time for small businesses to score great deals from Verizon Business and get one-on-one time with a business expert who will help with everything your business needs. These experts partner up with you to make sure you've got the best tech, devices, and plans so your business can get the W. Give Verizon Business a call to schedule a meeting with an expert during Small Business Days going on now through May 10th. Call 1-800-483-4428 or you can go to VerizonBusiness.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
In WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
Been another busy sports day here in New York. We've talked a lot about the Knicks, who have taken a commanding 3-2 series lead over Atlanta, the Mets' desperate victory, and a classic in Arlington as the Yankees beat the Rangers. Programming note, we're taking you right up until Yankee baseball because they have a 2:35 afternoon game down in Arlington today as they're going to look to sweep the Texas Rangers. So we will have the Yankee pregame show starting right as our show usually ends and the Carton show usually begins. You'll get Yankees-Rangers. And I'm sure you get Big Mac in the postgame after the postgame is over. Now, I did hear that Tiki Barber was accosting Emmanuel Barbari, who does pre and post, because he did not like his choice for the Yankee turning point, which we did earlier this morning at about 10:50, 10:55 a.m., kind of around there. How did Emmanuel respond to your accosting?
He said the double play was the turning point at the end of the game,
right?
Because they were going to lose the game. At least that was his opinion. And
that was his assumption.
It was an assumption that they were going to lose, and so turning the double play turned a loss into a win.
Okay. I got to be very careful because I may be in the car during today's post-game show, and I don't want to be spoiled.
I think Emmanuel learned his lesson between the Tiki lashing out there. I don't think he's ever going to make that mistake.
Oh, you think he's been bullied by Tiki Barber?
I think he's not making it the last play of the game again.
Well, the only reason I said that is because we had one earlier this year. It was the walk-off.
Right. Yeah.
And we said the turning point should be the walk-off.
Right. And he said it can't be the last play.
And he said it can't be the last play of the game.
So he's a hypocrite. He's like Gary Cohen.
He must have forgot his own rule.
Yeah, I got you.
Come on, Emmanuel.
Now,
we love you, Emmanuel.
Let us get to something very, very important. And I've tried to contain myself over the last 2 hours by talking to myself and reminding myself that it really isn't a big deal. That whoever the backup quarterback is to Geno Smith, whatever veteran they bring in, and we've been under the assumption that they would bring in a veteran, whoever that backup is a no biggie spot.
Right.
About a week ago, we talked briefly about the Jet quarterback room, and we mentioned the guy who probably makes the most sense is just bringing Tyrod Taylor back.
Right.
And that eventually the young quarterback they just drafted, Cade Klubnik, he'll eventually play, but he's probably not going to start the year as the backup quarterback. He'll be the third stringer. He's a project he'll learn, and he may get a chance to play, but he's not the backup. They probably need a veteran backup for Geno Smith. So I remind myself that whoever they pick as the veteran, and shown throughout their Carson Wentz, it really doesn't matter. So I tell myself that before I get too worked up about Brian Costello's report from yesterday that the New York Jets have met with Russell Wilson. Because Russell Wilson, to quote a wise man who works at this radio station, who used to play running back for the New York Football Giants.
Ron Dane works here? Nice.
Russell Wilson is washed. And we saw it last year. And here's the other reason why I have no interest in Russell Wilson, and you have every right to talk me out of it. I don't believe he actually wants to be here for any reason that's beneficial to the New York Jets. I think he wants to be here because it's New York. I think he wants to be here because he wants to live here. I think he wants to be here so he could play for the Savannah Bananas the other day. And by the way, Russell Wilson has not taken any diets because his ass was enormous.
Could use a banana.
He could use a diet. And I hate to pick on him or fat shame him, but did you not notice how big his...
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, his butt was big.
Do you think he did that on purpose? Like
put on weight?
Like padded it?
Oh, like a
just
Kardashian?
To be funny?
Oh. Okay, all right, you calming me down a little bit.
Just to channel his Mrs. Met?
Seat meat.
Seat meat. Dump trunk.
All right, probably not, but I'll let it be.
All right.
But I just want to say personally, I don't have any interest in Russell Wilson.
Nor
I don't
should you.
think it benefits the Jets at all.
I don't think so either. I think what would be good for the Jets is for Cade Klubnik to, because he's an older first year player. So have him evolve into what could be your backup for a lot of years. That's what you should want, Cade Klubnik. And if he has to play some games, he can win for you, and then you learn that sooner rather than later. I don't think you need Cade Klubnik to just be a camp arm. That's not why you draft a guy like that who previously was one of the highly rated QB prospects, and then he had a bad senior year and he fell down the draft board, and you get him in a latter round. Like, you don't know what he could become. I'm not saying he's going to be your star. He's not your future, but he could be a very useful backup. Put him on that path right away. Why
so
wait?
You would make him the backup?
I wouldn't make him the backup, but I would, in my mind, have him. His path is to be your backup.
Right.
Not to be your starter for life. That's whoever you're drafting next year.
That would be a great magic trick if it occurred, but nobody's expecting it.
Right. So next year you're likely drafting your franchise quarterback, no matter how the season ends. Cade Klubnik should be put in the position right away to be a backup.
Do you think Russell Wilson being in the quarterback room helps, hurts, or does nothing to that?
I don't know. Did he help Jackson Dart?
I was going to ask you. That was actually my next question about this. Did Russell Wilson contribute?
It's not rhetorical. I'm asking, curiously. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think it was maybe more Jameis Winston, but I don't know. So Russ doesn't strike me as that mentor of young players. Now, maybe he is, and I just don't know. But he's never been in that role before,
right?
Other than last year, and maybe briefly while he was hurt in Pittsburgh.
But also last year, he was signed to be the starter.
I know.
Right? He signed with the intention of, okay, I'm going to be the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. If he signs with the Jets, he's signing to be the backup. I mean, they basically told you Geno's the guy.
Yeah.
The other part of this story that annoys me, and again, you can calm me down. You know more than I, especially about this situation. Zach Rosenblatt, hell of a reporter for The Athletic, words it this way regarding Russell Wilson being the backup for the New York Jets. Zach writes, Geno Smith was presented with various options at backup quarterback, and he was excited about the prospect of Russell Wilson per a source. Jets and Wilson spoke at some point prior to the draft and are scheduled Monday night's visit then.
Yeah.
When does the quarterback, especially someone who's a Band-Aid, get to decide who his backup is?
That one's a little surprising.
What
to
is
me.
that?
It's surprising only because it's not familiar to me, but it's not surprising only because of the familiarity that he had. Geno Smith has.
Geno backed up Russ in Seattle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
I know you, and you helped me when you left. After you left, because of watching you, became a Pro Bowl player,
right?
A Pro Bowl quarterback. So it might just be comfort. I mean, that would make it not surprising.
It's also not a threat to Geno Smith.
Exactly.
And
that's what I thought.
Exactly.
That's what I immediately thought was he's bringing it, if he's really getting the option here.
But I don't think anybody who they sign at this point is going to be a threat to Geno Smith. If you're still on this, unless it's Aaron Rodgers, who obviously can't be signed, unless you are, again, it's just Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I'll give you names real quick. You tell me if any of them would be more or less or the same threat as Russell Wilson. Tyrod Taylor.
Nope.
Cooper Rush.
Nope.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nope.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Nope.
Brett Rippon.
Nope.
Skylar Thompson.
Nope.
Will Greer.
Nope.
Easton Stick.
Nope.
Yeah. It's a terrible list.
Yeah. So to be honest, if you're Geno Smith, all that entire list, other than Tyrod Taylor, who has any experience that can give you any insight into what's happening in a random NFL game that you happen to be backing up? You know what I mean?
Tiki, I don't
I think what you're
disagree.
scared about is that he might have to play.
Well, yeah, I do not want to see Russell Wilson play football.
Because we saw what happened when that happened for the Giants after he was benched.
Right. What bothers me about this is not that Geno Smith made the wrong decision, because you're right. I just gave you the backup list. If Geno Smith is really getting to decide who his backup quarterback will be, to me, it's almost a no-brainer. It's Russell Wilson. You mentioned not a threat. None of those guys are threats, but also their relationship. What I am trying to wrap my head around, and I keep trying to tell myself, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. This isn't like a decision that shapes the franchise, is why Geno Smith is getting to choose who his backup is. That doesn't feel normal to me.
I don't think he's getting choose. I don't think he's getting to choose.
Did you hear how I read that to you?
I think it was more.
They presented him a list.
Yeah, but I think it's more. This is non-ideal. You just read the list.
Yeah,
it is non-ideal as a backup quarterback, and I don't know if he has any relationship with them. But I heard this described once: a backup quarterback has to be like the bro guy. Like you're my brother, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got your back, right? I need you to do this and study this and dig in on this. And if Geno doesn't have a relationship, it's hard to have that kind of relationship with somebody. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if anybody else on that list is exciting to Geno Smith.
I get why Geno picked him.
Yeah.
I don't get why the Jets would be allowing, if you believe the way that was written by Zach, to basically have major input on the decision.
Well, I think ultimately it's not. I think we're looking at this a little bit too critically, because the backup is going to be Cade Klubnik.
Eventually, he'll be the backup. I don't think he's going to be the backup right away.
Yeah, the time doesn't matter because Geno's going to play. Eventually, it's going to be Klubnik. But that third voice or that extra voice in the quarterback room should be someone who either is going to eventually be a coach. Think about what's his name? The Giants. He's now at this. Now at the Broncos.
Oh yeah, Davis Webb.
Davis Webb.
I beat you to it
unless
by like a split second.
Unless it's a date. Like if any of those other guys you mentioned are Davis Webb,
right?
Like at 29, you're just going to say, "Yeah, screw this. I'm going to go be a coach." Like, what's the point if you're because Geno Smith is a vet?
Yeah.
So what's the point of having anybody that can't tell Geno Smith anything? So, like, it's just you need somebody who has some sort of something that they can offer, and none of those other guys have anything to offer, and so I think they're asking Geno because they want to know if he has a relationship with any one of those guys and might want them to have a job.
Back in early January, and we'll play the audio once it's official, we went around the room and said, predict the Jets quarterback room, right? We asked, all right, let's make a prediction. If you would have said to me, the Jet quarterback room is essentially going to be a kid they draft in the 4th round, and the two veterans are going to be Russell Wilson and Geno Smith, I would have said, Loogie, I thought you were doing nights. Like, it sounds like a clickbait, I'm going to troll the Jets kind of idea.
That's what
I'm
you're
not
getting.
even joking. Like, that's how we would have taken it. Now, I get it. When you rip the pieces apart, all right, it makes sense, veteran, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, if we went around the room and I got to Sean or Tommy and they said, your quarterback room's going to be Geno Smith and Russell Wilson. Dude, I would have been like, come on, guys. Can't we just be a little serious? Like, why are we screwing around? Why you always got to LOL the Jets?
Mm-hmm.
And you know I'm right over there.
Ironically enough, yes, but also checks, right?
What checks?
Like, you would have said that, but it actually wouldn't have been outrageous to say.
No. Considering what ended up happening, I get why it makes sense. There were not a lot of great quarterbacks available. This really felt like a one-quarterback draft. And they weren't getting Fernando Mendoza. And so I think most of us agree that they have taken the overall right approach to wait for next year to find their future quarterback. So if we can all agree there, then, okay, what veteran do you want to go after? I didn't want Geno Smith. A lot of us didn't, but he was there. He makes sense. He's had success. I acknowledge that. It's not like he's a nothing.
Right.
So, yes, it makes sense, but it still would have sounded like you were LOLing us.
All right, I think that's fair. Just bring Tyrod Taylor back. I mean, what do we do?
Isn't that the answer?
Probably.
Isn't it just bring him back? He's fine.
Because think about this. We're all saying, hey, if Geno Smith goes back to his Seattle days, the Jets go. What if he doesn't? What if we're 2 games in and Geno Smith has thrown 7 interceptions and this is an unmitigated disaster for Aaron Glenn? Don't you want somebody competent where you're not rushing Cade Klubnik along? And it ain't Russell Wilson. We saw that at the end.
Yeah.
That can at least navigate. And also, you just traded up into the first? You get 2 targets in the first round. Do you want to end up like stunting their growth because Russell Wilson's got to throw them passes this year? I mean, it's also important for them to have a guy who could throw them footballs.
I think it would take an injury to Geno for them to make that kind of change. Yeah. Like, no matter how bad Geno is the first few weeks of the year, I don't think they would make that change. I think they would just grin and bear it.
I think you're
I
right.
think if Geno got hurt, which could happen, I mean, it's sports, it's quarterbacking in the NFL. Of course it could happen. Then you're staring at Russell Wilson playing. And no one wants to stare at that. Ciara doesn't want to stare at that.
Did anybody ever bring back Josh Dobbs after he got released?
I don't think so.
No, and Carson Wentz signed, by the way, because you mentioned his name the other day, and I did look it up. He re-signed in Minnesota.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought you would be on top of that. I'm disappointed in you.
Thought I'd be on top of Carson Wentz to Minnesota?
I don't know. I just feel like you're on top of everything.
You know
and
what?
I appreciate that about you with the NFL. Like, you're really good at it.
I'm
man.
sorry I missed the Vikings' third quarterback. I'll do better.
You know, like, the third lineman that the Ravens signed. You're really good at it. It would be, I don't know. It was just weird to me. I'm not shaming you.
I missed one. What do you want me to tell you?
All right. You're human. It just happens. Like Ryan McMahon making that error.
Yeah, and then making the great play on the cruise throw.
No, I know. I'm just saying Ryan McMahon is a great defender, and he made an error that opened up that 9th inning. Let's go to Josh in Queens. Hey, Josh.
Boys, if I may, can I just wish 2 of my boys a happy birthday in Max and Mills, a happy 37th birthday. They're getting old as farts now.
Nice.
Now, in terms of the Jets, I thought it was a great draft, but this whole Russell Wilson, Savannah Banana, fat butt sounds exactly like Aaron Glenn trying to be like, yeah, this is my guy, this is my boy, let's please him, because he needs a guy in the locker room to be like, yeah, I got coach's back. It sounds exactly like that because Muji is all business. He's all about how can I make this roster better, and besides all the trades from last season, all the draft trades and all the picks were all professional. That's what it seems like. Let's build a team. Let's build a fast team. Let's build a fast team because that's what Muji wants. He wants to build a team. But Aaron Glenn and this Russell Wilson, first off, it just sounds like Aaron Glenn is just trying to hold on to some sort of power there in the dynamics.
Well,
but
I mean, maybe.
Geno has to play the entire season. You cannot put another Bryce Petty, another what was his name, Cook last year, whatever his name was, I forgot already. You cannot put another late round quarterback draft pick on this team. It will be horrendous. I mean, it'll be great for our draft, but for the franchise, it'll be horrible.
Yeah, I think you're fine with the draft regardless because of the 3 picks for next year. But look, Cade Klubnik he has a ton of potential, but I doubt it's going to be realized on an NFL level. But I do think he can be a good backup. I really do believe that.
What Darren Muji needs to prove, because right now Darren Muji's approval rating is actually very high among Jet fans.
Darryl, Mr. Smiles, Muhi.
Because of the roster he's built and some of the moves that he's made and the way this draft looks and the way last year's draft looks and the value he got back for Sauce and the value he got back for Quinnen. And so I get it. I have that same confidence in Darren Muji.
Right.
But one area where he has proven nothing, if anything, it's gone backwards, is finding the right quarterback. He is the one. Whether you want to say it's all on Aaron Glenn, we're just talking about Muji right now. They decided that Justin Fields was the guy. And just because I supported it, see, I acknowledge when I'm right and wrong, doesn't mean it was the right decision. It turned out to be a really bad decision. And the quarterback handling last year was atrocious.
Right.
And now this year, their decision is Geno Smith trading up in the 4th round for a guy who is ranked on most boards as the 10th or 11th quarterback, and potentially Russell Wilson. He hasn't exactly instilled confidence in his ability to get the most important position right. And you could ask Joe Douglas this. You can get everything else right. If you don't get the quarterback right, you're going to be unemployed.
Right.
That's just that's the reality. In fact, the only reason Joe Shane is still around is because it looks like he did get the quarterback right, whether it was Brian Daboll's idea or not. That's just the truth. Because Joe Douglas had some damn good drafts. Joe Douglas put together a pretty good roster. But you know what he didn't do?
Quarterback.
He didn't find the quarterback.
That's all that matters sometimes.
And that's where Darren Muji's at. Like,
especially when you're losing because you don't have a right quarterback.
Absolutely. And it feels like there's been a lot of games over the last half a decade where they actually had other areas of their team that were effective, and it was just horrific quarterback play that did them in. Dennis in Garden City. Good afternoon, Dennis.
What's up, gentlemen? So I'm coming from a different perspective when I watch the draft. I've been coaching football for over 25 years and a lot of coaching of quarterbacks. And I'm telling you, the NFL got it wrong with Pavia. This kid is going to be a stud. I'm telling you, he's one of the best I've seen in college. His stats, forget about his stats. I've seen him play at least 10 times over the last 2 years. He doesn't throw interceptions. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks I've ever seen. And I'm telling you, he's going to be a clone of Drew Brees. You watch.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. Before you say anything, I'm going to save that phone call. All right? You put yourself out there, Dennis in Garden City. You called up about an undrafted quarterback free agent and said, that guy's Drew Brees. That is insanely high praise.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say he'll be decent. You said he's Drew Brees. So Wednesday, April 29th at 12:18 p.m. If this happens, you'll get your shine. With that said, Tiki, is he too tiny? Is that the problem?
It's not even that he's too tiny. So, I mean, Diego Pavia, and I know that Vanderbilt played so much better over the last really 2 years than they have in previous teams that they've been on. But I think what hurt Pavia was his attitude. And some people look at that and they're like empowered by it. Like, oh, look at this. He's got bravado. But he also turns a lot of people off with how he behaves. Like when you are drafted as a quarterback in the NFL, you are the face of your team. You know what I mean? How you act and how you present yourself is how you're presenting your team, right? And so the whole Heisman stuff, that was a turnoff. How he responded to it, that was a turnoff because that shows how you're going to lead a team. Now, again, it's about football. So, yeah, you're right. He could be Drew Brees. But if he's not Drew Brees, he's terrible. Think about this. If he's not Drew Brees, he's terrible. Are you taking that risk in the first 5 rounds of the NFL draft? The answer is absolutely not.
He got Shadored?
It's similar.
Similar. Not as much attention, but
because Shador was just he was. I mean, talk about overexposure. Like it was, massive.
Now, Tiki, with Diego Pavia, he went from a rookie minicamp invite to Baltimore to yesterday signing a 3-year deal
with the
Ravens.
Yeah, I mean that's because you have to.
You have to. Undrafted free agents have to.
That's what's starting to happen now.
All right.
That's what I mean. The kid that the Giants signed, he got a 2-year deal.
Okay, so maybe that was just more clickbaity that people threw out that he got a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not guaranteed. He's still an at-will employee.
That's true.
The only thing that gets you guaranteed to stay on a team in the NFL is signing bonus.
Mm-hmm.
What was his signing bonus?
$0.
$50,000?
Oh, no, I'm just making it up.
I'm being honest. It's probably $50,000.
All right.
So pump your brakes, people.
I mean, he said he's going to be the next Drew Brees. I like that.
But if he's not, he's terrible.
If he's not, he's Johnny Manziel. I mean, I don't know. I wrote it down, though, because it's not just us that we hold accountable.
Right.
We hold everybody accountable, including Dennis in Garden City. So when Diego Pavia is out of football, I'll probably replay the call.
And then Dennis in Garden City come here and he can wear the Fistel.
You want him to wear the Fistel?
Right.
That one. By the way, Elmer Rodriguez, who's making the start for the Yankees today, is making his major league debut. We had a caller earlier mention that it's Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, and we looked it up, and it's true. He's got a hyphenated name.
It was.
So we said, I wonder what would be on the back of the jersey. Oh, wait, they're the Yankees. They don't have names on the back of the jersey. So the archivist of Evan and Tiki, Dan, did some research on his WBC roster, his WBC jersey when he was on the World Baseball Classic Puerto Rican roster, and it just said Rodriguez. So just so you know.
Apparently, Cruz is the not maiden name, the actual name of his mother. And he had worn it to honor her growing up and threw a perfect game in a uniform that said Rodriguez Cruz when he was younger.
Okay. All right. Oh,
I thought it would be, honestly, the other way.
Yeah, so it actually has never been a part of his last name.
Gotcha. All right. So for the sake of this, I think he's just going to be referred to as Elmer Rodriguez.
Right.
But he's got a great opportunity here. I know the Yankees have a rotation that feels like it's going to be refilled up once Rodon and Garrett Cole are off of their rehab assignments. But baseball's a funny game, man. You just never know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll check in on the Yankee lineup coming up. Plus, Dave Dombrowski told us everything about what happened with Alex Cora. We have a timetable on what the hell happened with the Phillies' pursuit of Cora and how that could impact the Mets if they ever want to pursue Alex Cora. We'll let you hear from the Phillies team president coming up. Plus your calls, 888-808-1019. It is Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash till Yankees baseball.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Flushing Bank. It's also sponsored by your local Mazda dealer.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long. Then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org. Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The Declaration of Deals sales event is happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. This is the time to save on all new Jeep and Ram trucks. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you own a business, you've heard it all. From fast funding to easy approvals, everyone says the same thing. LendSeek is different. We show you what you actually qualify for. LendSeek's AI-enabled platform matches you with funding options with no guesswork. Up to $5 million in as fast as 24 hours. If you've been in business over a year, doing at least $50,000 per month, apply for free with zero out-of-pocket costs and access to over 100 lenders. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good. But you know what tastes even better? That survived the evening rush Modelo. That post-12-hour shift Modelo. That fought for every rebound Modelo. that just clocked out on a Friday, Modelo. That Modelo you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. After years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. With Red Pocket Mobile, you lock in your rate and you keep it. No price creep, no sudden jumps, just straightforward pricing and premium 5G plans starting at $10 a month. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Guys, let's keep it simple. There are two things you probably should be doing: taking care of your health and doing something that actually makes an impact. Here's a way to do both. California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month and get free health and genetic screenings along the way. So yeah, you're getting paid to get checked out, and you're helping families who need it. Efficient, smart, done. Check out spermbank.com to learn more. Apply and see if you qualify.
For 100 years, London Jewers has been part of life's most meaningful moments, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones, big and small. We've helped mark the moments that matter the most to our customers. Generations of families have trusted London Jewers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance. The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PROMO25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PROMO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you balance of style, advanced technology, and craftsmanship in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Get more with the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5, the smart choice. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Is perfect steak possible? Discover how at chefiq.com. Within the last couple minutes, the Jets have picked up their 5th-year option on pass rusher Will McDonald. So Will McDonald locked in for that 5th year. And the NCAA Tournament Selection Sunday, as we once knew it, continues to feel further away. The NCAA is on the doorstep of approving adding another 8 teams to the men's and women's tournament to 76 teams. But get this, the Board of Governors claims, no, this isn't financially driven, but more for at-large power conference teams to have more access to bids. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof.
Wolf is right.
Throwing in a woof.
Got a remake of NCAA tournament. You're going to remake of the lottery.
Yeah.
Coming hopefully in the NBA.
Yeah.
Evan and I were talking about this yesterday. We brouat this up.
We came up. Save it, because I was actually going to bring this up.
It was brilliant.
Tiki and I, in fact, what do you want to say today? Want to set a time for this?
Sure.
Let's say
we fixed it.
1:25 this afternoon.
We fixed it.
Tiki Barber and Evan Roberts have fixed tanking in sports.
And if we're in break at 1:25, right after.
Right after. Yeah, if we happen to be playing a commercial, it'll be right after. We will present to you the joint Tiki Evan idea that has solved tanking in all of sports. But before we get there, And we hear from Dave Dombrowski, the president of the Phillies, revealing a lot of information about Alex Cora and his willingness to manage this season. Let us enjoy Sean Morash feeding us a luncho.
Sean Morash in the booth, somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Lunch Show is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. All right, there's a lot happening with the Yankee roster right now. Rehab assignments, promotions. So how about this as we sit here on April 29th? In order, the top 5 most likely shortstop third base combos for the Yankees this October.
That's a good one.
All right, here we go.
Here we go!
Number 5.
Ryan McMahon and Jose Caballero. The current combination, I think, is the 5th most likely come October.
Like most likely?
5th most likely.
But that, okay, hold on. Let me take a time out real quick.
All right.
Is this what you want, or is this what you think?
No, this is what I think is going to happen.
Most like okay.
It's what I think.
I think this is at least number 3.
It's certainly on the table that it's Caballero and McMahon, but you've got the returning Volpe. You have the evolution of George Lombard Jr., who just got called up to AAA.
Which is the precipice of this list.
You've got trade ideas. So I definitely think that the idea of this current left side being the left side in October would be an underdog. I agree with Sean about that.
All right, here we go.
Number 4.
Anthony Volpe and Ryan McMahon.
On the table. Volpe's about to return, so sure.
Okay, here we go.
Number 3.
George Lombard Jr. at shortstop with Ryan McMahon because of his defense still at third.
So why is Ryan McMahon sticking at third on all the lists?
Because despite his bobble last night in the 9th inning, he's a plus defender.
Okay. Still plus a defender.
Yeah, keep going.
Number 2.
George Lombard Jr. and Jose Caballero. Take your pick on which position they're playing.
Certainly a possibility.
Yeah. All right.
Number 1.
And the most likely Yankees shortstop third base combo this October is George Lombard Jr. at third with Anthony Volpe at short.
You messed it up.
Might have messed it up.
You had so many opportunities. Can I redo the list?
Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette and Francisco Lindor. Lindor and George Lombard Jr.
But here's the thing. I didn't want to troll. I wanted to be real. George Lombard Jr. got promoted to AAA. Some might argue earlier than we thought here. I mean, by the end of April.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say at some point later this summer we're seeing George Lombard Jr. And if I know my Brian Cashman the way I know my Brian Cashman, man, if he could save some money at the deadline, not swinging for another shortstop or third baseman to add, Lombard's going to be in the mix.
I think it depends on who.
Yeah, I think it's got to happen before the trade deadline, though, because you got to know.
You
got to know.
Fair.
We also need to know who are the names that become available. It's very difficult when you're sitting in late April because, yeah, we could assume the Rockies are bad, the White Sox are bad. There's only a handful of teams, but the Mets, I mean, we've talked about them endlessly over the last few days and weeks. What if they truly suck?
Right.
They have pieces. What if the Phillies truly suck?
And when you suck, you suck.
And when you suck, you suck. So I think that there are trade possibilities that you're not including, which I get it because it's very tough to kind of figure it out this early on. But the rise of George Lombard Jr. leads to 2 questions. Number 1, how quickly can he get here? Can it happen by the end of next month? Can it happen before the All-Star break? And number 2, are they looking to trade him? Is this
George
about
Lombard
enhancing his value and using him as the ultimate chip for name the player?
I think the challenge with that is that if you do that, you're now fully committed to the hope and path of Anthony Volpe.
Not necessarily.
I think he's the alternative to Volpe.
You don't know who you're trading him for. You just don't know. That's the wild ideas of who's available. Who are you dealing him for?
Do you think, I'm going to ask Sean this question. Has he replaced Anthony Volpe in your mind as that hopeful shortstop prospect?
I will say left side of the infield prospect because I don't know truly what they're going to do.
And they've played him at both places.
I know.
Third base and shortstop.
I would say,
Spring training this year and third base a lot.
He's jumped it for me. And look, I will have plenty of time to be negative if and when Lombard stinks. But right now, it feels like the momentum ball is there that we should be excited about.
What's he hitting in the in AAA?
Well, he just got called up yesterday.
312.
Yeah, he was tearing it up.
4 home runs. OPS of almost 1,000.
And remember, they said he was defensive ready already.
Yes.
2 positions.
Cashman has said that right now that is not the issue. It's about proving he can hit in the minor leagues, and then he's going to get the call. He's going to get the call soon. I don't think there's any doubt.
Yeah, 970 OPS. I mean, he's doing it.
Yeah. Mets and Yankees.
And he was a good fielder in spring training. So
And he also took Garrett Crochet deep, which jumped out at us.
Right.
Mets and Yankees both made major call-ups yesterday. A.J. Ewing on the Mets side, Lombard Jr. on the Yankee side going from AA to AAA, and both of those guys are on the fast track. So, long-term, short-term prediction. Who gets up here first, A.J. Ewing or George Lombard Jr.?
Lombard Jr. Did they flip George Lombard and Volpe?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Didn't Volpe? What did I see for Volpe? He got reassigned to AA. Is that right?
Yeah, that's all about location though, and about playing home games. That's not really about anything. Like in terms of rehab assignments, don't look into where guys are in rehab.
Yeah,
he is on rehab.
I'm only saying it because they flipped.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a couple more games from Volpe, and he's going to be here. So they're probably just wanting to play the home double.
Yeah,
games.
with Rodon and Cole and Volpe.
Oh, maybe it was Rodon.
Don't look too closely into where they're playing rehab games. Usually they try to keep these guys from traveling.
Right.
So, and Volpe, as much as we think he's a minor leaguer, he's not a minor leaguer.
No,
he's
of course
technically on a rehab assignment.
Right.
You didn't answer the question.
I said Lombard.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure. Lombard Jr., A.J. Ewing, who's in the major leagues first?
I'm going to say because the Mets season continues to spiral, A.J. Ewing gets here briefly quicker.
I agree with him. I think it'll be A.J. Ewing, just based on potential need.
But is he going to play second base?
No, he's going to play the outfield. He's been
okay.
playing the outfield and second base. But no, I think he'll play the outfield. Yeah, I think that the Mets are going to end up having more of a need to do it because the other piece of Met news yesterday was Luis Robert Jr.'s banged up. So who knows if he's going to need an injured list stint. So very good list because the Yankees are good. We already know they're good. It's a matter of how good are they, and it's a matter of what Brian Cashman's going to do come July. Now, Dave Dombrowski, this guy's such an honest SOB. Besides what he said about Alex Cora, which I'll get to in a few minutes, he also said that he's been talking trades with other GMs and that there's been more early trade discussion than ever before because so many teams are bad. This guy is something. Dave just don't care.
No, he doesn't.
He craps on Bryce Harper. He tells you about trade discussions. And he also said a few things about Alex Cora, but I'll get to that in a few minutes. Let's get to some of your calls. For those that have waited, we appreciate it. 888-808-1019, the number. Anthony is in Summit, New Jersey. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, so you guys were talking earlier about the backup QB situation for the New York Jets.
Yeah.
I want to offer some positive vibes. Are you guys familiar with the Bill Parcells QB requirements?
The Bill Parcells QB requirements. No, what were they? To breathe and throw a football?
There's a few of them, but Cade Klubnik fits a good amount of them. He was a 3-year starter.
Okay.
When he was drafted, he was a senior in college. He graduated from college.
Yep.
He started more than 30 games in college. He won more than 23 games in college, and he had a better than 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio.
Right.
So I'm curious, Evan, do you know who the last QB is that the Jets drafted who fit all of these requirements?
Chad Pennington?
Correct. Right on the dot. So I just wanted to give the requirements, and you know what? I have a good feeling about Cade Klubnik. I think we have a reason to be positively hopeful.
I don't want to get too
I'm trying
excited.
to think who the last senior was you had.
Oh, yeah, because they've had guys who've come out early like Sam and Zach. The reason I don't want to get too excited, it's not about being negative. It's about the fact that when you trade up in the 4th round to draft a quarterback in a year in which it's not considered a deep quarterback draft, and you've got 3 first-round picks next season, and you're likely, very, 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 very likely to use one of those picks or packaging those picks to draft a quarterback who's going to be very highly regarded, it's tough to imagine a scenario where Klubnik is the answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think he'll get an opportunity this year, and maybe he'll be impressive. But even if he is impressive, the Jets are so set up to draft a young quarterback next year that I just find it tough to believe that we're going to be talking about Cade Klubnik years from now as Chad Pennington.
Well, I don't think you will be because it's what you're supposed to do when you have I'll put this in quotes, need at a position. Because look what the Giants have done with their, not even a draft, just with how they populated their roster this offseason. So we knew that they wanted offensive linemen. What do? They draft Francis Maui-Noah, who, by the way, he has a brother that plays for the Jets, and I don't think we even realized.
Yeah, because I pronounced him by a different name.
We called him.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Something completely different. They brought in Daniel Faalele. Patrick Lewis came over as well. Like, they brought in a bunch of offensive linemen. This kid that now is getting a lot of hype, Ryan Schnernicke from, I forgot where he went to college. He came in as a high-valued college free agent. You just load the position with bodies.
Right.
Same thing with running back, right? They brought in all these Giants have 6 running backs right now, including this kid Damon Bankstrom, who was pretty damn good at New Mexico State. So I feel like if you have a position of need, and the Jets next year is going to be position of need, you can't have enough bodies.
Yeah.
So no matter what happens with Geno, whether he's good and leaves him to the playoffs or he's average and they stink at some point and Cade Klubnik play some games this year, they're drafting a quarterback.
Right. That's
they
why
got to put bodies there.
That's why it's tough to envision a scenario where Klubnik becomes the guy.
Right. Unless they draft a quarterback and Klubnik just legit beats him out.
Yeah, I would say he Russell Wilson's him. And I mean the young Russell Wilson when he was drafted and then took the job from Matt Flynn and the rest is history. So I guess that could happen.
Or down in Philly.
Sure.
Like with Jalen Hurts with Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So it's like it happens.
But I also remember, because our last caller brings up Chad Pennington, I'll give you another 4th-round pick quarterback the Jets drafted, and I promise you I'm going to name the guy, and I think both of you are going to say I've never heard of him. James Morgan. Do you remember James Morgan?
Yeah, of course I do.
West Virginia?
JMU.
Oh, JMU.
Sorry about that. I don't think he went to JMU. I think you're thinking about the college. I'm talking about the player named James Morgan.
Did he go to West Virginia?
No.
Where did he go to school?
Florida International and Bowling Green.
Never heard of him.
Okay, thank you.
Who the hell am I thinking?
I don't know. You guys even confused me. The Jets drafted James Morgan in the 4th round of the 2020 draft. And I remember being on the air for it saying, what is this? The guy never played in the NFL. Right. I don't even know if he exists anymore. You guys were confused on who he was. So sometimes those 4th-round picks are the answers to trivia questions or the guys you mentioned on talk radio 6 years later, and you're like, I don't know that's a human.
The Giants did one of those, too, and I think the guy was more famous for getting arrested on the turnpike for, like, pulling a Yui.
Who was that?
He was from Richmond. What the hell was the guy's name? He was a 4th-round pick.
I don't know. You tell me.
Loletta.
Oh, Kyle Loletta. He went to Syracuse, didn't he?
No, you're thinking of the other guy they had.
Who am I thinking of?
Guy a year before that.
Huh.
Oh, damn it.
Who's the guy from – I thought Loletta went to Syracuse.
I guarantee Loletta was Richmond. You're thinking of another guy.
I'm about to find out. If I'm right about this, we got problems. Or at least you have problems.
No. You're thinking of somebody else, and I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, boy.
Ryan Nassib.
Yeah, you're right. Richmond. He went to Richmond. 4th-round pick in 2018. Good call by you.
Yeah, Ryan Nassib.
That's a good job out of you. Yeah.
You might have heard I do Giant podcast.
I heard that. Let's go to Bruce in Flushing. What's up, Bruce?
Hey, guys. 3 points about the bullpen and 1 point about Lombardi. First, the first thing I would do with this bullpen after today's game is call up Giovanni Cruz. Now, you're going to tell me who's Giovanni Cruz. Giovanni Cruz is a guy, an ex-Red Sox pitcher who throws 100-mile-an-hour sinkers, was impressive in spring training. He only had 2 starts. And AAA, he's dominating the league. So you bring him up, put down Bird, whatever. So, but you have to bring up Cruz because he's totally dominating AAA, and he impressed the Yankees in spring training. Second point.
Yeah, his numbers are crazy, by the way. You're right. He's got a 0.82 ERA, and he has struck out 17 guys in 11 innings right now at AAA. Wow.
Yeah. Second point. Bednar, it reminds me of Wetland. And he's driving me crazy. And also, if you notice, when he was at Pittsburgh in his heyday, he had much higher velocity. His velocity has gone down, and he's now the fastball set up the splitter and the curveball. So you need to go and get a legitimate closer.
The question is, what and who is that legitimate closer? Like, I'm open-minded, Bruce, at the deadline, which is, again, months and months away, of replacing Bednar in that role. Doesn't mean I'm replacing him on the team. Just means I'm getting a better reliever for those high-leverage situations. The question is going to be who?
Right.
And we are so far away from getting that answer. Like, the fantasy Sean's going to have, you even said it, is Mason Miller. Well, let the Padres suck before that happens.
Right. They don't suck right now.
They don't suck. So I agree, and I think we all agree, whether the names are different and the roles are different, that the bullpen is going to be a huge priority. No question about it. We'll get back to your calls in a few minutes. 888-808-1019. We'll find out the timetable for Alex Cora's return to managing. And Tiki and I came up with an utterly brilliant idea to fix tanking in sports. Fanatics Fest, the world's #1 sports fan festival, returns to the Javits Center in New York City from July 16th to the 19th. See top athletes and just announced former Met and Yankee greats Mike Piazza, Jorge Posada, David Wright, Mariano Rivera, Keith Hernandez, Don Mattingly, Darryl Strawberry. Don Mattingly.
He may be unavailable.
Then again, Mendy showed up last year.
That's true.
When the Mets were playing the Phillies. Andy Pettit, Jose Reyes. Live panels, autographs, photo ops, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, plus exclusive merch drops you can only get at Fanatics Fest. This is the ultimate weekend where sports and culture collide. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours at fanaticsfest.com.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Amazon makes it easy with no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. Just earn the extra money and at the same time, gain some exposure for your business. Sign up and learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you have to be fired up today after round 1 of the NFL draft. Not only keeping star receiver George Pickens, who signed the franchise tag, you get Ohio State safety Caleb Downs, an absolute stud. You draft pass rusher Malachi Lawrence at 20th overall, so you keep the star receiver, so the offense is going to cook, and you add 2 players to this defense. I think Dallas will win the NFC East this coming season. I'm Nick Costos.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Many tire dealers will sell you Falcon tires, but Town Fair Tire doesn't just sell Falcon tires, they sell them at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, they give you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. That's an unbeatable deal only Town Fair Tire can offer, because Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Penalties and interest are piling up every single day. Wage garnishments and bank levies could hit any moment. If you've been avoiding it out of fear, you're not alone. But waiting only shrinks your options and ramps up the stress. The truth is, the IRS settles with taxpayers every day through legitimate programs, and many qualify to reduce what they owe, in some cases by up to 99%. That's why thousands turn to helpwithirsdebt.com. They've guided over 120,000 Americans, resolved more than $2.3 billion in tax debt, and back every case with their ironclad resolution guarantee. If there's no real path forward, you get a full refund, no fine print. They even randomly select one qualifying client each year and pay off their entire IRS balance. Terms apply. Don't let another day pass. Go to helpwithirsdebt.com right now. It's fast, easy, and confidential. Find out what's possible today. Helpwithirsdebt.com. Once again, that's helpwithirsdebt.com.
Hello, New York, New Jersey.
Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America and a member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Verizon Small Business Days are going on right now. This is the best time for small businesses to score great deals from Verizon Business and get one-on-one time with a business expert who will help with everything your business needs. These experts partner up with you to make sure you've got the best tech, devices, and plans so your business can get the W. Give Verizon Business a call to schedule a meeting with an expert during Small Business Days going on now through May 10th. Call 1-800-483-4428 or you can go to VerizonBusiness.com.
Scotland returns to America and the world stage for the first time in 20 years. Don't miss their return when they face Bolivia June 6th at Sports Illustrated Stadium. Tickets on sale now at road to26.com.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
FanDuel is serving up a happy hour every day during the playoffs. We're talking special drops you don't want to miss, from profit boost to bonus bets and more. And the best part, it's every single day. So whether you're betting the early game or gearing up for prime time, make sure you open the FanDuel app and see what's waiting for you today. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. FanDuel makes it easy to get closer to the action. From player props on your favorite stars to all the tools you need to back them up. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips, so you can check stats, trends, and matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. It's everything you need, all in one app. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you own a small business, the pressure never lets up. Something's always coming at you. That's why business owners turn to LendSeek for funding.
I don't need promises. I need options. LendSeek's AI platform showed me real funding choices. Now I can cover payroll, handle taxes, and go after growth opportunities without the daily stress.
Up to $5 million with funding in as fast as 24 hours. No upfront costs. No prepayment penalties. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LENDSEEK.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
How we doing? Evan and Tiki on the Fan for another hour, and then you get Yankees afternoon baseball as they're playing a matinee in Arlington, Texas against the Rangers. We'll check in on their lineup in a few minutes, but over the weekend, Alex Cora was fired, and naturally when Alex Cora was fired, it led Met fans and Philly fans, who at the time had a manager, to say, let's hire Alex Cora. Let's go get Alex Cora. Yesterday, the news broke that the Phillies were firing their manager, Rob Thompson, who, by the way, showed a lot of class. He actually did his own press conference after the firing just to be accountable, take questions about what happened, and it was all good, but good job out of him. You don't usually see fired managers or coaches do such a thing. They don't have to.
No.
But Rob Thompson did that, so classy job out of him. And it also came out that the Phillies attempted to hire Alex Cora. And so we talked about it in terms of, I guess the Mets couldn't get him either if they wanted to fire Carlos Mendoza, which they haven't done. And we started speculating, well, how does that work? Like, did they talk to Alex Cora before they fired Rob Thompson?
Right, because it sounds a little shady.
Well, here's what's great. We don't have to speculate.
Right.
Because Dave Dombrowski at his press conference yesterday was asked about Alex Cora, and he broke it all down. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's how their pursuit of Alex Cora went.
I talked to him on Sunday morning. We talked about potentially taking the job. I thought I had told him I'd really come to the conclusion at that point that if he took it, I was going to make a change. And I thought that he might take it. But as time went on over the next day into Monday morning, it was apparent from his perspective that he wanted to take time with his family. And, he's paid for, and it wasn't because of pay, it wasn't because he's paid through the next year, but he just felt that he wanted at this point to be a father first and foremost. And so that's what he had decided.
I mean, it's clear. It seems like he had the conversation with Rob Thompson, and that had, talk about awkward.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, we want to replace you, but we want to see if Alex is going to take the job. And then we'll replace you. Well, and it's like, then they fired him anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like, so what Dave also pointed out is that, remember, him and Alex Cora work together in Boston, so they have a relationship. And Alex called up Dombrowski upon being fired to say, I would like to speak to my mentor, because he considers Dombrowski a mentor, which I forgot about in terms of talking about his chances of going to Philadelphia. Like, that's clearly an advantage that the Phillies have. He has a relationship with Dave Dombrowski. I do not know if he has any relationship with David Stearns.
Right.
And when they spoke initially, it was just, hey, mentored a guy, just letting you know what happened, blah, blah, blah. The next day is when Dave said, I'll give you the job. If you want it, I'll get rid of this Rob Thompson. Cora thinks about it, eventually says no for the family reasons. And then Dombrowski's like, screw it, let me get rid of Rob Thompson, which is probably the right gesture. Like, if you're going to get rid of him, just get rid of him.
Yeah, but did he told Rob this?
It doesn't sound like he told him on Sunday. It sounds like he spoke to Cora behind his back and said, I'll make a change if you're willing to take the job.
Yeah.
Then once he says no, I think Dombrowski realizes, you know what, I should probably make the change anyway, and now we'll promote Don
I wonder
Mattingly.
if that's because he knew it would get out.
Which part?
That he had talked to Cora.
That's a great, maybe. I mean, it sort of got out, but it didn't get out until after Rob was fired.
I know, but if he hadn't been fired yesterday or 2 days ago, would we not be talking about this now?
Yeah. Oh,
and
no,
so
definitely.
if Rob Thompson was still the manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, and we found out that Dombrowski had reached out to Alex Cora, wouldn't we now be saying, well, why didn't you fire him?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You should have just fired him anyways. If you were going to replace him, you wanted to fire him. You just couldn't because you didn't get Alex Cora. So fire him anyways.
What Dombrowski did is pretty shady, but I love the fact that he just broke it down for all of us.
Yeah.
Like, no more speculating. Here's what happened. I spoke to him. It's his family. He does, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So
I mean, there's no rules against this, so who cares? It's not breaking any rule.
No, I guess not. I mean, it would be breaking a rule if the player or manager did it.
Right, but as from an owner to a coach to a skip, it doesn't matter.
Rob Thompson seems like a really good dude. And I got no ill will towards him. I don't really care about Rob Thompson. But I have an observation to make as an IBO about the Cora firing and the Thompson firing. The players reacted very differently to the firings. The Philadelphia Phillies were very matter of fact. It was just very, happens. The Red Sox were devastated. So for those that wonder what's the difference between Alex Cora and Rob Thompson, because Rob does have a really nice resume from his time in Philadelphia. They made the playoffs every year. They were in the World Series. He turned around the team after Girardi got fired. Totally get it. And that's probably going to be his last managerial job, which is kind of funny considering the run that he had was pretty good. I don't think he's going to manage again, and I think a part of that is his age. A part of that is I think he was ready to retire before.
Is that right?
He got the bench coach. Yeah. I remember reading that. He was ready to go. And then when Girardi got fired, he took the job. So I'm going to guess that Rob's never going to manage again. And, again, seems like a good dude, but it's noticeable. They were devastated in Boston. They were not devastated in Philadelphia. And I think that is something to note when kind of analyzing the managers and who you want and who's better.
Yeah.
It was stark, and I feel bad. Bryce Harper was just so, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't like him anyway.
Trevor Story was going to fight somebody. There's just a difference between, and I don't know if the word respect is the right word. You tell me what the right word is, but there's just a difference between the way the Red Sox viewed their manager and the way the Phillies viewed their manager.
Yeah, I don't know if it's respect. It's more just, it's probably a relationship. You just end up developing a relationship with certain coaches or players or people, and then when they leave, everybody feels it. It's funny. Maybe Rob Thompson had that relationship with a few. It sounds like Alex Cora had it with everybody, and that's the difference. So it's collective hurt, not just a couple of guys being like, "Oh, this sucks." It's more everybody saying at the same time, "This really sucks."
Do you think Alex Cora is going to manage again, or do you think he pulls a Tomlin and says, "I'm done"?
No, I think he manages again.
All right. What team?
He's only 40.
Is he young? Is he
41?
only 40? No, he's 50.
Oh, yeah, 50. I'm thinking of, who were we talking about? Oh, that was Lasorda when we were talking about Lasorda.
No, Tony La Russa.
La Russa
when he took another job, yeah. Right. So when Alex Cora returns to managing, what team do you think he's going to manage?
I'm going to say the Padres.
The Padres? Wow. Okay.
Just picking one out of a hat.
I'm going with the Houston Astros. I think he goes home. I think he returns to the place where he became the famous cheating bench coach.
Phillies.
Do you think he ends up taking this job?
Next year, he's the Phillies manager.
Look, it makes sense because of the relationship that he has with Dave Dombrowski. That if Dave still has the job, I mean, what does Dave have a job for life now?
If Dave turns back to ownership and goes, Alex is coming, don't worry, he'll be here April.
Yeah, I guess that's possible. Yeah, I think the Astros. All right, so we'll see what happens. Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Scott's in Massapequa. Hey, Scott.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Big Giants fan, big Tiki fan. Nice talking to you guys.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yep. Wanted to run something by you with the Yankees. Two things. First of all, the old, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Leave Caballero right where he is. Are we going to bring Volpe back, give him a 1-month tryout, or are we just going to keep going with what works?
That is going to be very interesting what they do with Anthony Volpe once he's available. He's still in rehab still.
I think sorry I had to let you go. Yeah. One of the good things about Caballero, who, all of a sudden you look at his numbers and they're pretty damn good and he leads the league in stolen bases and all that, is that even if Volpe gets a bulk of the time at shortstop, he can play a lot of third base.
Right.
And Ahmed Rosario can play a lot of the outfield. And you can still play the matchups. So there's a way, if Boone handles it the right way, and there's certainly no guarantee he's going to, that Caballero can still play often and impact this team a lot, even with a returning Anthony Volpe getting a lot of time at shortstop. And I think it involves Ryan McMahon essentially losing his job. I mean, Ryan McMahon's played a lot this season. Maybe he does sit a lot more, especially if Volpe is productive at shortstop.
Yeah, but the defense is what you have him for. So as long as there's not a massive, compromising of the defensive side of this, I think that could happen.
Could always come into games late for defense.
True.
That's the beauty of it.
True.
You got that versatility to do it. John's in Garden City. Hey, John.
Hey, guys. So you made me think of something before I get to my third base point. I could totally see Cora managing when the A's get to Las Vegas because they're going to have tons of money.
That's a good one.
And they have a nice young team.
Yeah.
But
I keep forgetting their.
But you know what would be funny? Imagine after the lockout, he's managing the Yankees and Boone's managing the Red Sox. Something crazy like that.
Well,
but Boone's not getting fired.
The Cora managing the Yankees part, I can absolutely see. I can't see Boone managing the Red Sox.
I can't see Boone getting fired. Why is he getting fired?
Because there's a stay of execution when you're the manager of the Yankees. But Cashman has said it. I mean, look how many years Girardi was here.
true.
Look how many years Torrey was here. He's getting to that number soon, bro.
What is it, 10?
So
yeah.
Let me move on to a little bit to third base. So here's how, because Sean's lunch show got me thinking. I mean, the obvious one that you could see would be Rosario was left out because, the Yankees, we always agonize when they play the lefty instead of the better player sometimes because of the analytics. So that's an easy, like, low-hanging fruit one that I think you kind of missed. But here's the other two that I'm thinking of. If Cleveland drops out, I could see the Yankees trying to trade for their third baseman, who's a superstar. And the one that really intrigues me if they keep money is the quote I saw today, I think on Yahoo, was Rafael Devers has forgotten how to play baseball. If they want out of that contract and they're willing to eat some of the money, you don't think he's 29 years old? You don't think he could revive himself playing for the Yankees?
Well, one thing at a time. First of all, Rafael Devers is having an awful season. And I don't know if the Giants would go about, let's pay all this money to get rid of him. I think they're almost better off saying, let's figure him out. Let's fix him, as opposed to taking such a loss on him.
But it is 2 straight seasons where things have not looked good for Rafael Devers.
Well, but
part of it was because he was a malcontent when he was in Boston.
Right.
But then I can't explain it once he went out to the Giants.
No, I think I could explain it.
Which is?
The ballpark. Sometimes it's as simple as that. It's just, it's not exactly the most hitters-friendly ballpark.
That's a good point.
We think of Bonds, but Bonds wasn't human.
No.
So you can't count him. So it's possible that Devers' struggles, because his sample size now in San Francisco is getting big, and he's a 229 hitter with a 740 OPS. So it could very well be the ballpark. I don't think the Giants sell off on Devers at this point. And the other name he mentioned is Jose Ramirez. We got to get his name out of everybody's mind. They're never trading him. He's a Guardian for life. He has signed numerous below-value extensions with them.
Right.
He loves the place. It's just never going to happen. It's not even worth talking about. Let's go to Chad in Connecticut. Hey, Chad.
Hi, how's it going? I just wanted to let you know that I know you heard Trevor Story discuss or his reaction to the Cora firing, and he was devastated, but he was the only one. All the young players on the team are excited. Marcelo Meyer, Roman Anthony, they were all happy.
I didn't get that impression. Is that true?
Yeah, because he was giving the veterans every chance in the world and not playing the rookies. He was so hard on Marcelo Meyer. He didn't even want to be there.
I mean, maybe it's because he stinks. He's not very good. I don't know. Is there a split? Maybe there was a split in the locker room. Did you get that impression, Sean? Have you been drinking the tears of the Red Sox or not really? Have you avoided that?
I have not drinking the tears.
Wow. Look at Sean's gotten mature at his age.
I have.
Yeah.
Or they're just so far back you're not even worried about it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's probably what it is.
I bet you Big Mac was drinking the tears of the Red Sox.
He was.
If they get close and start to win, and then they fade, maybe. They haven't felt viable, even though they're not horrible, but they're not good.
Can I reveal a dirty little secret about the Red Sox?
Of course.
I want them good.
What? Suck it!
Life's better when the Yankees and Red Sox are good at the same time. So while, of course, any Red Sox misery is good misery, I found last year's playoff series to be profoundly fun. I wanted a repeat this year.
Right.
I don't want the Red Sox to completely disappear. I got to be honest with you. Yankees-Rays, in terms of a summer rivalry, does nothing for me. Yankees-Red Sox, I want it in my life
Do
again.
you feel that way about all your rivals? Like if the Eagles went through a downturn and they were bad for a while, would you even say that about them?
I think it's different with football.
It is different. And also, let me see the Giants up for like a decade. You know what I mean? Like the Yankees are always there, so I know the Yankees. I don't have my doubts about that. It's tough watching the Eagles be awesome while the Giants suck. If the Giants are constantly a playoff team for a decade, I might feel that way. Like, give me another Giant. I want to see them in a big game.
Right.
I just feel last year, wasn't that fun with Yankees, Red Sox?
I thought it was, but I'm also not a Yankee fan. As an IBO, I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
to immediately have him fall off a cliff.
Listen, man, to each his own, so you have every right to feel that way. I know with my rivals, I want them to suck, and I want them to suck hard. Like, I do not want them to be good. I don't want them to be – I want them to be atrocious. You can name the rival. It doesn't matter. You name them. The Knicks, no offense, want you guys to be terrible. Dolphins, Patriots, terrible. Phillies, awful. I want you all to be the worst.
I find heartbreak more satisfying than just pure dissatisfaction misery, where you just a fan base that doesn't care all summer. I don't want that. I want their hearts broken in October.
All right. Let's go to Dom in New Rochelle. Hey, Dom.
What's up, fellas?
Yo.
Thanks for having me on today.
What's up?
Okay, Aaron Judge is the greatest ball player I've ever seen or watched, and I'm 40 years old. And with that being said, as a diehard Yankee fan, it would be criminal if they do not win a championship with him. I don't care what you have to do to get to that, meaning at the deadline you get the best reliever or closer. If I had to nitpick about something about this team, which is very hard to do right now, it would be the bullpen, because you're witnessing a player that will never come around again. They have to win a championship with Aaron Judge. And for a third baseman, I would say the Murakami White Sox.
Yeah.
I can see the White Sox dealing him.
I mean, they shouldn't, because they should probably keep him, but he did sign a short-term contract.
Yeah.
And he's been awesome. We have all gotten it, or not we, players or teams have gotten it wrong about Murakami. Nobody wanted the guy.
Right.
They said he couldn't hit a fastball. Meanwhile, he's owning it. What he said about Judge is complicated. He said, boy, it would be such a travesty if they didn't surround him with enough people to win a championship. In 2024, they were in the World Series.
Yeah, and they had the people to win a championship.
And he hit 222. And he dropped a fly ball in Game 5. Like, there are examples where it's also on him.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was better in that World Series, are we talking about something different right now? If he catches that fly ball in Game 5, I know that they still had a long battle of going back to L.A. and completing this incredible comeback, but some of it's on him. You know, it's not like I look at Aaron Judge the way I looked at Ted Williams. Boy, surrounded with crap for a million years. Like, he's been on good teams his entire career. He's in the playoffs almost every year of his career.
Because he carries them there.
You're right, but they also... Baseball isn't like that.
Yeah,
like you do need players on your team, and he's had them.
And then at some point you get to the postseason, and you still need to carry the team.
Yeah,
and that's why he gets the flack, because he carried them there. But then what happens when you get to the postseason?
Right.
I agree. I mean, listen, Jeter wasn't always great in the postseason either. He had a better team around him.
I'm not even comparing them to Jeter. It's more when someone makes that point about, you know, they owe it to him. And I feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
And while there's some truth to it, what about him?
No, you're right.
What about his performance?
It just feels like they're not always all in at the deadline. Like there's a lot of half measures every year with the Yankees when it comes time to examining their team.
Tiki and I took our brains and we fixed tanking in sports. We'll explain it next. Evan and Tiki here on The Fan until Yankee baseball coming up in about 45 minutes.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It's also sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonades plus vodka. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books in Western One Sports. Lakers Rockets Game 5, and I expect Amen Thompson to continue filling up the box score for Houston. Kevin Durant already ruled out again tonight, and in the past 2 games he's missed, Thompson went over his points, rebounds, assists line for tonight. The Rockets need him on the floor for 40-plus minutes because they've been battered whenever he's on the bench. Amen Thompson has played a critical role for the Rockets, and that should continue. Going over on his PRA. I'm Pat Boyle, Bet Smarter and Beat the Books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Turns out, talk isn't cheap. Just talking about affordability doesn't make things affordable. Straight Talk's had the same price since 2009. Plus, their Gold plan includes a Walmart Plus membership and $20 in Walmart cash when you activate. That's more than just talk.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straightforward, always. Valid through May 17, 2026. $20 in Walmart cash for Straight Talk Gold or Platinum Plan customers newly enrolling in Walmart Plus. Limit 1 per enrollment and account. Same price claim applies only to base monthly price of the $45 Straight Talk plan, beginning October 2009.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison has done it again. Named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com in New Jersey and the entire U.S. Expect exceptional service, an unmatched selection, and a luxury experience you won't find anywhere else. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison or RayCatinaEdison.com.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch.
For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long. Then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Todd, I've come to Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram to make a declaration of deals on all Ram trucks at Ramsey.
John Montone, during the Declaration of Deals sales event happening now, you can save big on the heavy-duty truck you need to reliably haul the largest of loads year-round.
Lease a new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $379 a month for 39 months. I do declare this is an offer that won't last long.
And here's another declaration. Ram is America's best full-size truck, complete with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Declare yours today at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, home of
exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number TN300125. MSRP $64,575. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. 0 security deposit. Ends 4/30/26.
Hey Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 2nd for the Yankees' annual Star Wars Day. Enjoy special appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a max-free Mandalorian bobblehead. Get your tickets now for Saturday, May 2nd, Star Wars Day at Yankee Stadium. For tickets, visit yankees.com/tickets. And may the Force be with you.
You look like you could use a refresher, a Dunkin' refresher. Try Dunkin's delicious black cherry or berry acai refreshers. One sip and you'll feel refreshed. There's so many delicious flavors like mango, pineapple, or strawberry dragon fruit. So whether you're powering through your day or just pulling up for a little treat, make it a Dunkin' refresher. Dunkin' refreshers, they're the perfect summer pick-me-up. Dunkin' refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
If you're carrying a lot of credit card or personal loan debt, every month can start to feel the same. All those bills, all those due dates, all that stress. There's a solution that's designed to make it easier for you. National Debt Relief could put you on the fast track to paying off your credit card debt, personal loans, and even medical debt for less than you owe, with just one low monthly payment you can afford. And no, it's not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. It's a real, affordable debt relief program that could save you lots of money. National Debt Relief has already helped over 1 million people with their debt and has thousands of 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. So if you owe $10,000 or more, don't wait. Call 800-300-4411 now to see if you qualify. That's 800-300-4411. One call could help reduce what you owe and simplify your monthly payments. Call 800-300-4411 now to find out how much you could save.
Some days, self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
I need a little range, step to the range.
There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club, available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Cooking easy as 1, 2, 3. Discover how at chefiq.com. All right, so let's set up the rest of the day and night here. The Mets will continue their winning ways tonight as Cade Cavalli and the Nationals take on David Peterson and the Mets.
Careful with that. They've won 1 in a row.
They're winning ways.
They're winning ways. They've won 3 out of their last 6 games. What are we doing here?
Oh, heaven forbid I positive. The Yankees get going a little bit after 2 here. On the Fan is Elmer the Glue Rodriguez, wearing number 71, will make his Major League debut for the Yankees, taking on Nate Eovaldi and the Rangers. And also keep an eye on if any fumbling plays happen in left field. Jason Dominguez is there today.
Yeah, Jason Dominguez getting the left field assignment. Aaron Judge is getting a DH day.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Now, we were a day early on saying Aaron Judge played 2 days at DH. Now he got there.
Now he's at 2 days of DHing.
Now, what happened with Trent last night?
He tried to make a running catch.
Yes, and I saw
he missed
was
it
down on the wall. And then
what? And then he fell down, and he sat there, and it looked like, oh, my God, this is a really bad injury.
And he was shaking his head no as if he wasn't going to get up.
Right.
Yeah, I thought he tore his ACL or something.
I think everyone did. All the trainers are out there.
I texted you guys. He's done.
Right.
He then slowly got up, took out sunflower seeds, started feeding himself and his teammates, and then was fine.
I've never been so mad at somebody eating sunflower seeds, but happy for them.
But I didn't see what happened. So he was running.
He slipped.
He slipped after he was out of the screen.
Yeah, they didn't do a great job on the replay. They finally showed it. As he was running towards the warning track with a full head of steam, he fell on his ass. So what I think happened is, here's my theory, because he's in the lineup
He
today.
got embarrassed.
Exactly. It's the wide receiver that drops an easy pass down the field and they fall down.
Yeah.
Like,
the sun was in my eyes. Oh, I got some salt from some fan spit.
Yeah.
What a something.
Yeah, I think he was just embarrassed. The fact that he stayed in the game and the fact he's in the lineup today leading off in center field. And I don't want to make a big deal of this because, I mean, come on, the Yankees are red hot and they're the best, so I'm not going to kill Aaron Boone too much.
You guys are dumb.
But Trent Grisham cannot lead off. We got to stop with that.
I can't believe he's still leading off. Now he's played better than he had the first couple weeks.
But just put Ben Rice there and let it be a wrap.
That's it. Move everybody up. Rice 1, Judge 2, Bellinger 3. Let's go. Like, what are we doing? And the only reason he's not getting criticized is, well, first of all, the afternoon show's on his payroll. And then second of all, I kid.
It was Chris McMonaco, his fat ass.
I kid. You know, I love both of them.
We missed that one yesterday.
Yes. No,
we did get it in yesterday. There was a quick one.
The truth is because they're winning. That's why they're not getting a lot of heat. But the idea that Trent Grisham is leading off is absurd. I think we can all agree it's like one of the dumbest things that's going on. But it's going on. Now, speaking of things that are not dumb, Tiki and I were having a conversation yesterday, and it led to an idea that is fixing tanking. So the NBA is going to roll out their new anti-tanking policies.
Yes.
More teams are going to be in the lottery. The odds are flattened. If you're really, really bad, you're going to lose a ping pong ball. So they're really trying to avoid teams wanting to lose and subsequently fans wanting them to lose.
Right.
And I said something to Tiki that got his brain working.
Yeah.
I said, Tiki, you know what I love about this football season coming up? I can root against another team to get a better pick. I don't have to sit there rooting against my own team. I'm going to sit there all year rooting for the Colts to suck, rooting for the Cowboys to suck. And then I said, and by the way, I have the same thing in basketball. And you're like, what do you mean? I said, yeah, I don't have my pick next year, but I've got the Knicks pick. So I'm going to spend the whole year. I know it's probably not going to happen because the Knicks are good, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But I'm going to root for you guys to be terrible because I have your pick. And so Tiki's like, why don't we start doing that?
Interdivision. So in the division, you swap the pick of one of the teams. It's random.
Yes.
Or not random, but it's whatever. It's on a cycle. It is what it is. So one year, the Giants have the Cowboys pick. Another year, the Cowboys have the Eagles pick, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it just works its way around. Therefore, you're not ever rooting against your team to suck. You're rooting for the other team to suck.
Bingo.
And so the rooting always stays positive with your team.
Right.
And always goes negative with the team that you likely hate anyways.
Because your team winning ruins your rival's pick.
Yes.
So why would you ever root against your team?
Exactly.
And I get some years it's going to feel unfair because you suck and the other team's really good. But like everything in sports and life, it'll even itself out. It's like a batting average in baseball. It'll even itself out. So instead of Giant fans, because you guys did it too besides Tiki, rooting against your team, being devastated that you ruined your pick, how about your pick is relying on the Commanders one year, and then the next year it's on the Eagles? So you switch off with your division rivals. Hence, therefore, teams would never have any incentive to lose, and fans would never have an incentive to lose. Your only incentive is to root against your rival. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest idea ever.
Hate the idea.
Why?
I like the
This is all sports.
You're a schmuck.
This is all sports. This is not just football. This is all sports.
I think the premise is workshopped well.
Yes.
I think the execution of relying on division rivals actually sucks.
Why?
Let's just live
You're
it
just
here.
trying to keep the rivalry heavy.
Here's the way I would look at it. We got enough with rivalries here, all right? And the Eagles are really well run. We know this. The Giants, every 3 years being paired up with the Eagles on the Giants' worst of years and watching the Eagles benefit by the Giants picking third sucks. And that's not good for the sport. But I'll do you one better. I don't mind the idea of relying on another team. The same way they figure out 3 extra games on the schedule every year, just cross that. The year before, the Giants finishing last and the Dolphins finishing last, like, do that. Find those 8 teams, then the 8 third-place teams, and you're going to get paired up with another team that was bad the year before, but now you're rooting for them to suck again, but not within your division.
So you want it to be realistic suck then.
Realistic suck. And then if the bad luck is that team that sucked the year before you were paired up with is good,
And then but
that's the luck of the
problem
draw.
is one year you end up getting paired with the Commanders, who won 3 games, and then they're in the NFC Championship the next year.
That to me is just bad luck
That's
of the
the
draw.
randomness of it. That's the bad luck.
That's the randomness, bad luck.
My Washington Commanders.
But I think then you still have a realistic chance to go, well, that team could still suck, but I'm not rooting for my own team to lose, while not having your division rival benefit by your own suctitude.
I'm confused. So you agree with the idea?
It's the same thing.
Right.
It's just instead of it being a division rival, it would be a fellow sucky team.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
A team that you're projected to suck. Now, it's tougher in football to project it because
It's almost
look at-
impossible.
No,
it's
you-
volatile.
You just base it on the standings, the same way they do with those 3 games on the schedule.
I think the NBA is a little bit easier to understand. Like, even if a team that's bad is about to become good, you can usually see it. Maybe it's a big free agent. Maybe it's winning the lottery and end up with a guy that you think is a generational player like Victor Wembanyama. But the idea is sound because the idea is a way. See, what these commissioners don't understand, Adam Silver doesn't understand it. He doesn't get it. I heard it. I actually went back and listened to the interview with Craig and Big Mac, and I think what Adam doesn't understand, and it wasn't explained to him, is that it isn't about teams tanking. It's about us. It's about the people.
Right.
It's about putting ourselves in a position where we have to root against our team. And I understand why it wasn't brought up because Knicks fans don't think about that right now. Why would you? You're a really good team. Of
course.
But there was a time I listened to the radio station where Knicks fans were actively rooting against their team because it was in your best interest.
Yeah, and we've seen this all across the NBA. Not for the Knicks fans, but for a lot of markets, they're rooting against their team.
That's really the issue.
Yes.
See, the thing that Adam Silver does not understand and what Roger Goodell does not understand is the issue isn't actually the organizations as much as you think it is. It's a problem. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying it, but we're the bigger issue. How do you make us as fans not actively root against the teams we're rooting for, especially when we're paying money to go see our teams? And the only way to do it is to take it out of our hands, is to take it away from our teams and to make us root against teams. You want to say it's not rivals? I don't even care. The Colts are not my rival. The Cowboys are not my rival. But, Sean, you can mark my words. My football season doesn't have to be about me rooting against my team. It doesn't. It can be about rooting against them.
I prefer that. I do.
Of course.
I just don't like the division rival idea. That's all.
Fine. It doesn't matter who it is. The point is
just somebody else.
Somebody that isn't me.
Yeah.
Somebody that isn't you. So, commissioners, think about it.
I think it'd also be great, like social media fan rivalries too. Like,
right?
Why do Titan fans hate us? You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. That could lead to some fun banter.
I mean, you're going to get a preview of it with the football season because Jet fans we're in a spot, man. Like with the Colts and the Cowboys, and like I know both teams could be good. They also could be bad.
Right now, the Colts have the 11th highest odds to be the number 1 pick next year.
How about that? Think
Jets
about
have the
that for a
third,
second.
but-
I mean, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be bad, but I think the Colts, it's 50-50 to me whether or not they're going to be really good again or terrible.
Yeah. Look, I never want to say this because I'm not a bad guy. I never want to root for injuries. But the Cowboys could be bad. Just like, no offense, Knicks fans, I have your pick next year. You could be bad.
Yeah.
What if, and I don't even want to speak into an existence because I genuinely don't want to root for injuries, but injuries happen and they change seasons.
Like if Cat got hurt.
Well, you just talked it into existence.
I'm just saying,
didn't.
But if he did,
I wouldn't have picked
how
him,
are
by
the
the
Knicks
way.
going to be good next year?
Exactly 12 months ago right now, imagine saying the Pacers could have the number 1 pick in the draft.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
It's like if you had the Pacers pick.
Yeah, but to be honest, the Pacers tried.
They did. You're right.
they actively tried to get the number one pick.
Right. Like, let's say the Knicks had a year like Philadelphia had 2 years ago, like Indiana had last year, where there's just a bunch of injuries and it's like, man, we suck. They would never engage in it because they don't own their pick.
Yeah.
So why would they ever engage the way Philadelphia did and the way Indiana did? They wouldn't, because
Boston didn't do it. Now, granted, they had another star, but still.
And they also turned out to be good. But that's another reason why
I know,
it makes
but I'm
sense.
saying they lost their best player.
I get
and
you.
they didn't say, all right, let's just toll this thing and get to next year.
Well, I think a part of that is because they didn't get off to a bad start. If they got off to a bad start, they could have done it.
Yeah,
it could have
true.
changed based on the way the season went.
Right.
But
they also had another star.
Yeah. But even that point is why it benefits. Because it tells a team you have no reason to do this. You have no reason to tank. You don't even own the rights to your own draft pick.
Right.
So, congratulations, Tiki. You and I, listen, people can have varying opinions on how we do as a radio show. The one thing you can't disagree with is that we just fix sports.
Yes.
So, you're welcome.
At least the rooting of sports.
Yeah. Yeah, we just fixed it. Let's go to Frank in White Plains. Hey, Frank.
Thank you very much for taking my call. And Evan, you know how long you remember me? You remember when I used to shouting and screaming about bullpens? I used to curse.
Yes.
And you were telling me, don't curse, Frank. And Joe was telling me, Frank, just go for it. You know something? This time, I'm not going to curse.
Yeah.
But I tell you one thing. Steve Cohen is one of the richest sports guy who owns any sport. But I tell you, he has no clue what he's doing. Even he's a rich owner. What he should do is first fire, what's his name?
David
the man,
Stearns?
GM.
David Stearns?
Fire David Stearns. Get him hell out of here because we don't have anything going with him. I wait for Mendoza. If Mendoza has to go, then get, what's his name, Beltran in there to manage the team.
Who would run the team, though, if you got rid of Stearns? Like, if you got your wish, and Steve Cohen said, I'll do whatever you want, Frank, you're a loyal Met fan, I'm going to get rid of David Stearns.
Oh,
Devin,
me? I get you to Matt.
You don't want that. You don't want that. Honestly, the only answer people would come up with if I really pressed Met fans, all right, David Stearns is gone, you got your wish. The only answer would be Theo Epstein. And the reality with Theo is I don't think he's ever going to do it again.
Right.
I don't think he's ever going to run a baseball team.
How long has he been out, what, a year, two?
No, it's been like a half a decade now.
Has it? Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been in the commissioner's office for a while now. I'll look it up just to confirm, but I'd say it's more than 5 years, probably longer than even that.
Yeah, no, he's not doing it then.
Yeah, right around 6 years. He left the Cubs in 2020.
Yeah.
So I don't think Theo's a thing. And so here's the reality for everyone who wants David Stearns fired. You're then going to go just hire another David Stearns. You really are.
Yeah, because why would you hire someone who has less of a reputation than David Stearns?
Right. He actually had a good resume in
100%.
Milwaukee. So I get why Met fans bring it up. I understand it. And I don't want this to be a contradiction on my end. I think David Stearns has done an abysmal job in building this major league roster. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they turn it around. I hope he smiles and laughs at all of us.
Right.
But just because he's done a terrible job building this roster and did some heartbreaking things that I am still pissed off about doesn't mean they're better off firing him. More of your calls next as we get you ready for New York Yankees baseball.
From the first pitch to the final whistle, WFAN delivers wall-to-wall Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets coverage. Because in New York, every game matters. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Calling all Hoops fans. Ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shots during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks. Plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus, real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers only at Starbucks.
Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this spring, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through June 13th and save up to $150 on all your custom prints. Staples, that was easy.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
In digital advertising, everyone talks about clicks, but clicks don't pay the bills. Sales do. Outcomes from Viant is a new way to advertise that prioritizes your bottom line. Our AI-driven technology looks past the noise to find the customers most likely to buy your product. It's smarter, faster, and designed for real-world results. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
If you're a Knicks fan who's saying to themselves, you know what, it's too expensive to go to Madison Square Garden. We got a closeout game on Thursday. Let me dip in and out of Atlanta and go to a game. The get-in price is $70. How much? 70. The get-in price last night settled in at about $400 a ticket. God. So it is less than a quarter of the price. So if you can
the problem is how much does a plane ticket cost?
Yeah, you got to do the math. I mean, if you can get it for a 300 round trip, you're still ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because remember, each ticket costs $400. So assuming you're going with somebody, that's $800. If your airfare is less than that, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah. You can probably get a $200-something ticket.
I think you can. We have a lot of flights to Atlanta.
Yeah, even though prices have gone up because of the gas.
Yeah.
And transport to and from the airport, though. You could get back to breaking even.
Yeah, I know. It starts to add up when you
Don't forget about that.
Once you start thinking about
You're better off renting a car.
And just driving, yeah.
And just driving.
That's what I would do, man. I would do a trip like that. It's a long trip. I have driven to Atlanta before, though I did make a couple of stops. But, yeah, you can pull it off. I'm going to look right now. Leave Thursday morning, come back Friday. Let's see what the price is. $270 round trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is reasonable considering that's tomorrow.
Right.
That is not crazy. So you can pull that off if you want to make the trip, yeah.
So $340 per trip?
What was that?
It's about the same.
Yeah, it ends up, yeah. I think when you add the airfare and the potential hotel, it ends up being about the same price.
Right.
But you get a road trip, and you get to go to that strip club with the great chicken fingers, right?
Not chicken fingers. It's wings, and it's Magic City. Put respect on this thing.
I apologize. And Lou Williams is the one that made it famous to me. He was the one that escaped the bubble to go get the food, and he said, I'm there for the food, not for the stripping.
But why would he? The bubble was in Orlando, wasn't it?
Yes, it was at Disney.
So why would you escape the bubble to go to Atlanta?
Because it's famous, man. You want those spicy chicken wings or whatever it is.
Just wings.
Oh,
no,
just
it's
wings.
lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
The lemon pepper. The lemon pepper steppers.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go to Steve in Bayside. Hey, Steve.
What's going on, guys? Quickly on Murakami before I get to Volpe, let's pump the brakes on Murakami because I know he's had a nice month, that he's just shown up in baseball, but his batted ball profile looks like Joey Gallo. So,
yeah, I mean, he could turn out to be that. I mean, Joey Gallo actually used to be a good ball player before he fell off a cliff. I think what's appealing about him is that he's still only 25 years old. He's still so young. And so the potential still seems to be there, and he's off to a great start. He's lived up to greater expectations than they even had. But to your point, could he turn into Joey Gallo? Absolutely.
He's run into a few. Let's see what happens over the course of the season. On Volpe, I think we got a sneak preview of the Yankee plan with Volpe, and I'm one of the people that's very concerned about Volpe too. But Volpe's going to come back. They're going to give him a look-see for a month. 2 months or so, but last night they promoted Lombard to AAA.
Yep.
Who's killing it in AA, and assuming, and this could be a big assumption, but assuming that he performs well in AAA, then you're going to go from Caballero to Volpe to Lombard, I would say by July 1st.
Yeah, but you got to factor in third base too on this because I don't think Ryan McMahon is that safe. And even the platoon of Ryan McMahon and Ahmed Rosario, Ryan McMahon, and Jose Caballero are that safe. Yeah. I think that if Lombard Jr. performs and let's say Volpe performs, there is a world, as Sean laid out, where it's the kids on the left side of the diamond. That could happen.
We need to stop calling Anthony Volpe a kid at this point.
How old is he?
Well, he's only 25.
Yeah, that's a kid, man.
Yes, but he's been in the majors a long time now.
So do you do it based on...
This is his fourth year.
Yeah, like you're not a kid in your fourth
year. But do you do it based on age or do you do it based on how long you've been in the majors? By the way, Volpe turned 25 yesterday. Yeah. It was his birthday.
I know it's not fair in like the maturity aspect, but I just think the amount of years you've played as a professional, that's once you cross 3, I don't think you're a kid anymore.
So even if you come up as an 18-year-old, you can't be a kid at 21?
I know.
This will be his fourth season.
Yeah, like
2026 will be his fourth season.
Yeah, if he's in the NFL, he's getting to his second contract.
Okay, in 4 years, is Matthew Shaver still a kid or no? That's a great example.
No.
So I'm just asking
He'll be
you.
23.
I know it's not, again, I'm not talking about literal age. I'm talking about just your feel of being a professional. You're not a kid anymore. It's 4 years.
Here's the reality.
Actually, Tiki would know more than me. I mean, what am I talking about?
I think for Tiki, Sean, and I, everyone in the majors is a kid. Like, we're older than all of them now.
Scary.
Yeah.
We've gotten to the point where no one is older than us. In fact, I think there's one major leaguer older than me in Major League Baseball, and I think that person is Justin Verlander. I think that's it.
And he's 47?
47? He's not 47.
I mean, 37?
He's not 37 either.
What is he, 43?
He's 43, I think.
I'm thinking Sean. You're 37.
Yeah,
I'm 38 for another week.
He's 38. Verlander is 43 years old. I am 42 years old. I have him he has me beat by about 5 months. He was born in February of 83. I was born in July of 83. but he is the only guy left. This is like I'm holding on to it. He's the one guy left who's younger than me in Major League Baseball. You still have a few guys. There's a few. But there's a moment where you run out, where this is it. My last guy is Verlander. The moment he retires, I'm done. I'm an old fogey.
Arvel Reese was born the year Tiki Barber retired.
That's insane.
Oh, God.
That's insane.
Bro.
Take that one with you home, Tiki.
Right.
There's a lot of benchmarks when it comes to age.
Born.
Yeah,
but he was born. Yeah.
Born.
There's a lot of benchmarks for age. Like it used to be the decade. Like, ooh, here's our first player born in 2000.
Yeah.
Then it was 9/11 because that's a huge benchmark in our country's history. Now, I have Tiki retiring. I think that's a good one since we work with you.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one? I mean, it's just getting crazy.
Great point. What is the next one? 2010?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but what happened?
Nothing. We're just picking a decade.
Like picking a decade ending.
Oh, it's the Yankees' last World Series.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Right.
When you start getting guys on your team that were not born since your last World Series, you're screwed.
Right.
I mean, the Mets obviously have that because 86 was 40 years ago.
And then
we don't have 40-year-olds on our team.
About 5 years from now, it'll be the Giants' last World Series. Or Giants' last
Super Bowl. Yeah, you got time on that.
Yeah.
In fact,
that's probably 7 years.
You have time on both because right now, if you were born right after the Yankees won the World Series, you're 16 years old. You're not in the major leagues yet.
Right.
So you still have like a bunch of years where you can win that championship.
Yeah, it's a
and just
decade
eliminate
for
it.
the Giants. Probably 5 years for the Yankees.
Yeah, that's old news to me. I mean, the Jets, the Mets, come on, old news. Clay in Far Rockaway. Hey, Clay.
Hey, guys, I know it's like a week late, and I tried calling on Friday to get on, but Evan, you cut me off before I got to my point.
Sorry.
Yeah, but it's fine. But on Malik Neighbors by the draft, I wasn't very happy with how he was acting. I know I don't want to be that guy, but like he was being too out there, criticized. I know everyone has the right to their own opinion.
Yeah.
I was really happy. So I think that having a guy like Odell coming back, LSU receiver, had a great rookie season, ACL injury, there's a lot of similarities between the two. I think Odell would, if he were to come to the Giants, I think it would be big for Malik to show him how getting too ahead of yourself can direct your career. And I think that Odell would be a great leader for Malik.
What do you think of that, Teague?
I mean, I in theory, the answer is yes. But do you need Odell on this team from a wide receiver production standpoint? And I think the answer is no.
But what about a leadership perspective? Because that's his kind of main point.
Isn't that what Darius Slayton's here for?
I don't know.
I'm being honest.
That's
why he signed the deal that's paying him $23 million a year.
The validity in Clay's point is that there are similarities to the Beckham neighbors' expectations, microscope, things of that nature, injury. I see that one. So, Clay, I cut you off, but I agree with you. How about that? If you missed any of the show, you can rewind it on the free Odyssey app. New York Yankee Baseball is coming up next. You'll hear the pregame show with Emmanuel. You will hear Dave Sims. You will hear Susan Waldman. You'll hear the entire game. When the game is over, you'll hear the Carton Show. I assume it's just Big Mac, but you never know. Craig may pop his head in for 5 minutes before he leaves. But you got a full day of Yankee afternoon baseball. We will be back at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Enjoy the baseball. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.